Okay. I know. You like this?
Not really.
You hate it, don't you?
Absolutely.
Oh my. Mike here with the Amish and Mennonite of Tennessee page. And oh my, let me tell you a little bit of a backstory. I stuck foot in mouth. I must enjoy the taste of my shoe. I went and I found, well, here's the one that started it all. It's the, just says Amish Land Soap. It was for $5. It was at a, kind of a, what would you call that? A
Variety store.
Yeah, variety store.
In Lawrenceburg, Tennessee.
Yeah, and anyway, so I kind of put that on there. Everything that says Amish on it doesn't necessarily mean it's Amish product or Amish made. But I said that I would do a little bit of a comparison with actual real Amish made soap. And this is done with a text on it where they write on it. They can't have printed letters like something that's printed off in a computer. They have to do everything handwritten. So anyway, I said, would it be great to do a comparison of other soaps and do it this way? And of course, some of you guys said, well, you should compare that against this soap, which is the original Amish Farms soap. Now, this is very well known from a lady named Brenda Gant, or Gant, I think how they say it. Either way, she's a very famous person who likes to cook, and she's got a really good cooking show, and during her show, she'll wash her hands in the Amish Farm soap. Yeah, Brenda Gant. Check her out. I'm going to leave a link to her. And so once I got a few of them, it started getting complicated. There was a lot of people say, well, you should try this soap and you should try that soap. And it got to where I had to just sort of draw the line. And I said, I'm just going to go with the small Lawrence and Giles County soap makers and see how they do compared to some of these that are very well-known brands, like Irish Spring. I think we've all seen this particular bar. And what we're going to do is not really as much a comparison, but sort of to show you guys what it's like to have these soaps. Now, as you could tell, some of these are already packaged. They're wrapped in plastic a lot of times. So we haven't disturbed them. So we haven't went through and beforehand and tried them out. So what we're going to do is wash our hands. We'll be clean after this is done.
Our hands will be.
This is my wife, Tara. Now, of course, you guys see me a lot, all that stuff, but I thought it'd be wrong to just have a man on here testing soaps. So I wanted her opinion. So I said, come on, let's do this video. It's not like we're testing something she hates, you know what I mean? Kind of like soap, right?
Yeah.
Like being clean?
Yeah, definitely.
I lick my fingers clean. I use the cat method, you know. So I did do a lot of Amish and Mennonite soaps. I did find a few, what would we call those, like health food stores, where they had bars of soap that I didn't know quite what they did, you know what I mean? But they're very well known for being in the more hippie or, I guess, crunchy market. I'm not sure what terms. Also got some Amish soap from some of those in North Carolina. So there's not just Etheridge Amish or Tennessee Amish or Mennonite. This is going to be other states. So I thought that was pretty neat. So what we're going to do, and we're going to have a camera right here looking at us. All right, so you can see my hand. And what we're going to do with these is we're going to have our hands in here. And, of course, we're going to dump the water every so often so it doesn't make us look absolutely terrible with these big, you know what I mean? It's just, so we're going to trade it out. And we're going to have some criteria that we kind of written. You can see right here, we'll kind of every now and then look over here. And that's what I'm doing when I'm looking over, is trying to find out some of these. And the criteria that I think we found was the ability to clean should be number one. Naturally, since we're practically clean now, we're not going to be able to test how dirty you can be before the soap makes you clean. So we're going to have to rely on some other factors. So we come up with suds amount, smell of soap bar, texture,
And
feel.
feel of the dry bar
Yes. Dry
versus the wet bar.
Yeah. I guess in case you slip some.
One of them might be extra slippery.
That's true.
I mean,
Now, of course, Tara is an industrial hygienist by trade. She has a chemistry degree.
and some of them have
So, yeah, some of them have ridges.
ridges versus raised versus just
Oh, the slick ones.
a
Yeah,
plain bar of soap.
that's true. So when we talk about a few of these, you know what I mean? That's what we're going to kind of do for criteria. The look versus color. Let's see.
How long it takes to make suds. Some soaps you could just go like a little bit, bunch of bubbles. Some you have to really work that bar.
That's true. Smell after using.
So after you use it, how long does the smell linger? Does it stay on your hands? Is it a light smell or a really vibrant smell?
Yeah, and does it dry out your skin? Like, do we feel it drying out a bit? Of course, we're going to follow this with another one, so we're probably going to be pretty dry after this. Oh, yeah, I thought this one was funny. Okay. I just put, to be funny, taste for kids that use four-letter words. So if you used to take this and stick it in your mouth,
I really needed Alana to be here for that one.
yeah, she gets some from me. Ah. Oh. Everybody. Okay.
You got to actually taste that one.
I did, yes. I was trying to be fancy and just bite it with my teeth, and that didn't work. So we're even going to taste how well it does in case you need to put it in a kid's mouth. I did that for funny, okay? I'm not saying that you need to do this.
Yes.
So I'm
Soap
doing...
is to be used externally, not internally.
Yeah. Well, we've seen the old movie. What was it?
A Christmas Story?
A Christmas Story, where they stick the... He says fudge, it sounds like, but no, I didn't. I used the F dash 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 word, and he puts a... And he blames it on his friend Schwartz. I think that's probably not going to get us any trouble as far as copyright. But everybody knows that story. I just thought it'd be funny. And so we might do a few of them.
I will not do any of them.
Yeah. Size of bar. Yeah, that's a good one.
So if you go to a hotel, you have a bar that's about this size. They're smaller than that now. And then some of them are...
Like a big
like
one.
a huge...
Or like these Duke cannons.
Duke
They're like
cannon.
10 ounces of
Yeah.
soap. I mean, they're huge.
Huge.
They're just a huge bar.
And some are shaped like an oval.
Yes, that's true.
And some are square.
Yeah.
And some are rectangle.
That
And
is true.
some are non-geometric shapes.
And those are cool. They all got
They're
their
handmade.
place.
They all have their place. And availability is the last
Yeah,
one.
availability, because I know, look, it's like this. You could order these on Amazon. You're gonna have to go to a person's house that put this together, okay? So these particular Amish finished soap bars, because the next door neighbor could have a different formula. So when you say Rose and you buy a Rose type of soap, that's what it says on the side here, that might not be the same formula. So you're going to have to source it at the exact same person's house. So you're going to have to write them a letter, send them a box or some stamping information, and you're going to have to trust that they know what they're doing.
Or that they haven't changed their own
Yeah.
formula. Because
That's
that
another
happens.
one. Batch to batch. Like, these are two different ones. And I have picked up some pink sandalwood, which is typically a man's fragrance or a more masculine fragrance. But you're going to have a little different...
That's cherry.
Sure.
That's rose.
Yeah, so they'll have a little different...
But you may
take
go
on
the
it.
next time and that's rose. And that's cherry.
Yeah, or this could be cherry.
Cherry. It just depends on what they have.
Because the color has almost nothing to do with what's in it for fragrance. So you're going to have to work that in there. So we're going to have a lot of them. What we're going to do also is we're going to tell you the name of them before we wash our hands with it, okay? And we're going to give you a little description and another file that's going to be on. This is a green screen, obviously. That's why you're seeing it change. And we got a lot of soaps to kind of go
We have
through.
a ton of soaps.
So we're going to get next to it, I guess, a pretty good amount of things. We're going to be nice and clean.
Our hands will be clean.
Also, I want to talk about something, just because I know this is going to come up. I am not doing an unbiased review. This is kind of a biased review, because we already get our stuff from a very, very nice lady who does all of our stuff here at Berg Apothecary. We already use a lot of things. Now, she's not Amish, even though it seems like she ought to be sometimes, as much trouble she goes through. I mean, she's got like a little steel by which she takes the essence out of flowers or a plant in order to make her own essence or essential oils and stuff with. Does a great job. She also does a deodorant. It's aluminum free, paraben free. Was that phthalate?
Phthalate free.
You're the chemist.
I am the chemist and baking soda free.
Baking soda free.
A lot of people, when they went to use non-traditional deodorants, Native being a named national brand, found out that they are allergic to baking soda in their deodorant, and it causes a rash in your underarms. And I'm one of those people. And so she specifically sent
Yes.
baking soda free.
Yeah, there's yours right there. She actually made Tara her own scent.
Love smell.
It's a great
Smells
twist on it. And she also makes a men's shave products. Really, really good, high quality. It does kind of remind me of the Taylor of Old Bond Street, or it has a lot of those. I guess Trumper, some of the other ones. Phoenix Artisans and Accoutrement. A lot of the more British-focused shave soaps. It reminds me of those. She uses a pretty good amount of tallow, so we get a lot of soaps from her. This won't be biased in the sense that I'm going to say that she's just the best ever, you know what I mean? And she doesn't want me to. So I will say that I do get my stuff from a person that is going to be part of this particular comparison. You know. Also, I'm not a critic. My job isn't to criticize soaps. My job here is to compare them, and we're going to give our, I guess, recommendation based on what we can smell. And if we don't like the smell, it has nothing to do with our opinions.
It's just something that we personally don't like how it smells.
Yes, I mean, it's like when your buddy tells you, don't worry about it, it's not all that hot. What he's really saying probably is it's going to melt your face off, or it's barely mild. We've all been where somebody had an opinion, and it doesn't necessarily mean that you share that opinion. So I would love for you to try all of these soaps. You know what I mean? So I think we should probably get to it. Like I said, we do have some deodorants. They are different from different places, but we're not going to be testing them today. So what does that mean? We're going to test those in a separate video. You might see me in the shower from here up. I don't think you want to see me in the shower. I'm just saying that the only way to test a hair puck, like these from Berg Apothecary, only way to test this versus, well, let's just face it, right here, the Amish actually make their own shampoos. So I want to test some of these. Now, I've already done some of this. The Amish shampoo actually it smelled wonderful, but it cleaned terribly. So, again, your mileage might vary.
They also make their own lotions.
The own lotions, too.
So, we can actually try that afterwards.
Yeah, after all this. All that sort of thing. Now, I'm going to take a bar, just one. It has radiused edges. Now, this is the Amish. This is sort of the bag that sort of started a lot of this. This is the Amish Farm soap. I'm going to take this particular. Well, let me just change it. There's a blue one in there. You can get different colors of this one. It's a really good soap. I've been trying a bar in another pack, but I'm going to take this one out so that I can take the whole rest of the bag back here. I send it to what I call the land of away. If you've seen my unboxing, that just means I took it and I put it outside of the screen. And I'm going to take a pink one of this other one that I'm not sure where it's made. It literally just has a Amish land soap like email on the side.
Yep.
I don't know. It might be just as good. It might be just as something else. And since there's other places here, you guys that are watching the green screen, it looks like my arm is cut off. That's just because I have to crop it. So I'm going to take some of these deodorants. We're going to put them in a separate thing. We're also going to take, like, Berg Apothecary makes some of this, what they call green gold. It's an herbal salve if you've got a spot on you that hurts or you got big bug bites or something. It does a really good job of clearing a lot of that stuff up. So I think it's a phenomenal product. Here's this. Also, the Amish make Play-Doh. You know what I mean? Super cool. They make candles. This one says Amish made cigar candle. So if you are in Etheridge, you might find something. It don't smell like cigars. And then this wonderful, it makes you want to almost eat it. Look at this. It's a candle. Oh, you smell that?
It actually smells really good.
It does smell
It
really
smells like a
good.
pie.
It smells like a little blueberry pie.
It's a gel candle.
Never leave a burning candle unattended. That's good advice. That's really good advice. But since it falls outside of the scope of this, I just wanted to show you. So that's going to be going back in the bag. All that sort of thing. Here's another thing of Berg Apothecary's Vevetier, they call it. It is something else. Now there is a soap that we don't recommend you use quite like we're going to, but it's the lye soap. I think everybody's familiar with that. Now lye is like, what is it, 14 on the pH scale?
Yeah.
So you want to be gentle.
This one you don't want to put on your skin at all, really. You don't put it in the way.
Oh, the chemistry.
It can leave burns on your hand if you use too much of it. So we're gonna put it in the land of away.
Yeah, and that's for good reason. Okay, we do want to be safe. So let's talk a little bit about safety as an industrial hygienist and one that's worked in this. The skin is a type of organ.
It is your largest organ. It can absorb, and lye can burn.
Yes, and all of these soaps also
might have some kind of ingredient that affects each individual person because everyone's skin is different. Also, going back to the lye, it has a place. It's used to wash things. That's why they use gloves.
Yes.
But when you are buying some, always look to see
the labels,
because on the back it has, for this Old Rag Soap Company, olive oil, coconut oil, shea butter, distilled water, sodium hydroxide, fragrance oils, and ultramarines. Not a lot in this one. So,
oh yeah, get that one.
in this Irish Spring, sodium tallowate and or sodium palmate, sodium coate and or sodium palm kernelate, water, glycerin, hydrogenated tallow acid, petroleum, coconut acid, fragrance, sodium chloride, polyquaternium 6 hydroxypropyl methylcellulose, pentodium pentate, titanium dioxide, iron oxides, and ultramarines. So a lot more chemicals than the stuff that's made in someone's home or locally. It doesn't mean that this soap is worse than this soap or this soap. It just means that these have more chemical names than what has been put on this. Some of those chemicals are actually olive oil and coconut oil. Mm-hmm. They're just using chemical names.
I'm sorry, I bit it too, and I'm like, definitely don't recommend eating any of them.
No, I would not recommend eating any soap at all, ever.
Yeah, even if they're... But if
even
you did,
this one that says that it is turmeric milk and lemon drop plant milk bars. Don't eat it either.
Yeah. Yeah, that's very true, and all that sort of thing. But it is an issue, okay? So Just like peanut allergies, most of us could eat peanuts no problem. However, if you can't and you find yourself reacting, it could be quite detrimental. So what we're going to show you here is based on what goes on our skin. Your skin might differ, and it might have a reaction that we didn't have during this test. Since I don't know that, I'm just showing you what it does to us so that in case something ever happens to you, you can't say those guys at the Amish and Mennonite of Tennessee page made you do it. Okay, so I think we all know what that means. So your mileage might vary. When it comes to scents, okay, scents is going to be a huge thing in this competition because obviously cleaning, we're not going to run around and get dirty just so we can clean ourselves.
SCENTS.
Yeah.
Scents.
Yeah, sorry. So whatever your the scent profile that you like might differ depending on what soap. Like right here in front of me now is a bunch of essential oils, and those same oils, when put in different soaps, different ingredients, might smell a bit different. So that might appeal to one person who loves, say, lavender. It might be completely rejecting to you if that same lavender is put in a different soap. So if I say it smells good to me, that's just my opinion. I do enjoy some scents. Like you say, not the depending on which version of
It
scent.
is fragrance scent, not money or knowledge.
So, which I do for you guys that are wondering what I'm doing here, I do use the Roberto Ugolini's bottles of perfume or cologne or however you want to say, Edu Farm, or I guess it's how you say that.
Edu Parfum.
So that's it. So we do have a little bit of a history with, a scent, a fragrance of sort. So let me take these off the board as well. But I just wanted you to know that just because it says it has an essential oil that you prefer and it is in the bar, it might not be represented the way that you think it should be just because of it has that same essential oil. So let's get to trying. You want to?
Sure.
All that sort of thing. So that's going to be the next step. I probably should I tell them about this?
Yes.
Okay. I'll take a little brief story about this one. Okay. This is tough on me because this particular bar that I bought at a particular home in Etheridge, all right, it contains some elements that's very hard to get. So the Amish have switched from making these kind of bars to making these goat milk bars because it contains a chemical that's harder to get. You do still see some of them made in this shape and this you know what I mean, all that sort of thing. They call it the original Amish soap. And the reason I have this is because the ladies who make that, their mother did the making of the soap. Well, she's dead now. So it's one of the few bars left. And I was kind of holding on to it, you know what I mean? But I think it's fitting that during this test that we take it out and we use it. I think she would have wanted that. You know what I mean? I think that would have been a good call. So we're going to do that. And maybe we should make it the first. Because this is an extremely rare soap bar.
Yep.
So I wanted to honor her in doing this. So let's take it out and see. And her girls are not really interested in continuing soap making, so I don't think there'll be much of that. It is a neat bar, as far as dry versus wet. The smell is pretty good. It's called baby powder. I would say that, in my opinion, it's close.
It's baby powder-ish.
Yeah, all that stuff. Well, you want me to go first?
Sure.
All right, so what we're going to do this test is just wet it, just in water like so. And then we're going to basically just rub it and see. So here's how it looks. It's a very hard bar. The Amish tend to like a little hard bar. They seem to be lasting a pretty good while. So it doesn't suds up hardly at all, though, does it? And try your mileage may vary. So we're going to just kind of take some water of what was there and see if I can get my hands just to lather. And I really don't lather.
Where do I need to put this?
Oh, yeah, that's true. I didn't think about that. Oh, I didn't think about that at all. Michael, what is wrong with you?
We're going to have a bunch of wet bars of soap.
That's okay.
This soap doesn't suds like a traditional soap. It has a little bit of bubbles coming, but not a whole lot. It feels a lot like oil, like when you get oil on your hand when you're cooking, like you're making bread.
Yeah.
It feels a lot like that. Smells better on your hands than it does.
It does, yeah. I noticed that too. More, it says baby powder. It's more baby powdery smell, doesn't it?
Oh, and when you put your hands down in it.
That's a different story, isn't it?
I put my hands in the water.
Oh, yeah. Maybe it's just a soap that likes water.
That's what it looks like. But then it quickly goes away. Got a lot, and it's not going to dry your hands out because it's very oily.
Yeah, you do feel a little bit oily afterwards. All that sort of thing.
I don't like that.
You don't like that one? Oh, I like this one more. I'm glad you got that one. I'll just wipe it on my shirt. Put in the comments if your man wipes stuff all over his shirt.
Or I guess woman.
Yeah, it could be a woman. Yeah, it should be. Could be.
Your person.
Your person of choice. I mean, that also presupposes who's watching it too.
Your kids. They definitely wipe it all over your hair. All right.
Now, we'll go with the Brenda Gant. Oh, do you want to rinse yours? Or do you want to just...
Nah, I guess we can just... Mine's very foamy.
You did. You were going the distance. We'll review that and see. Let's try the Brenda Gant soap. I'm just kind of circling it through. Make all those sounds. All that sort of thing.
That first soap made my hands not feel very nice.
I'm sorry. Now here we go with this one. It's not a bunch of suds. It don't just blow up on you, but look at yours.
Where does...
Oh, I don't know.
Where do I put this?
We'll just dry the soap bar and just put it on the side, I guess. Yeah, now once you get a little water to it, that turns into some suds. I will say that's a really good soap.
That's a really good sudsy soap.
That's a good sudsy soap.
Look at that.
Look at you. Now look at her hands compared to mine. Wow, you got some like RPMs going over there.
That is the proper way to wash your hands. I mean, I guess I could. You're supposed to lather your hands, and then you're supposed to wash all the things.
Look at that.
And then go between and like that.
What happened here?
I don't know.
Look at that. Mine is like not... I don't know.
I will definitely have to go get one.
You will need a shower. We should have done this in a waterfall for you.
Look at...
That is something else.
I must go get more water.
There you go.
But the door's
That's fine.
shut.
Yeah. Oh, well, it's one of those push. I did that on purpose. All you have to do is go. We'll get some paper towels in there and we'll lay them on paper towels.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll say.
And I think my hands still dry because I can't rinse my hands.
That's true. We're not. I just.
Look at that.
Yes, I see that. People are probably thinking you're disappearing because I have to crop off the sides because the green screen only goes over so far. So I'll probably return it to this camera for this section when in editing. I'm telling you guys, that's kind of how we're gonna do things. Whoops, sorry. Let me get that. Now this, I'll give you mine. Yeah. I'll trade with you. You don't need as much water. You're taking a bath over there. But I wanted you to see it. My studio is not set up for this, and that's why I'm not faking any of this. This is all me and my wife Tara, and she wouldn't fake anything for me anyway.
No.
She's like, nope.
That's the only amount of paper towels we have,
That's okay.
I think.
That's fine. That's all we
Yeah.
need. That's all we need.
Okay.
And we're off to the races on that one. I'll put this one like so. I'll take this bar, put it here. We'll take that Super Sudser bar that Tara's got and go from there. So I would say on that ability to clean, suds them out and smell. It smelled really good too. You notice that?
Yeah, it had a good smell.
I didn't think it would smell as good, but it did. Now we're gonna do the I guess the Pretender. I don't know if you want to call it Pretender. It has a very, very similar looking bag, a very similar looking a lot of things to that, and it might be made in the same factory. I have no idea.
Or someone saw it and replicated it.
Could be. I think they took a lot of influence.
Yes, they look
And,
very similar.
Yeah, this has a lot more drag. It smells more like bubble gum. You know what I mean?
It does.
And
Whoops.
I can already tell it does suds, but I don't think it's as good a quality as soap. In my opinion, it don't feel the same.
No, it doesn't feel the same.
So
It's got a lot more drag to the sudsing.
yeah.
It's gonna be a joke the whole time.
I know it is. That's true. So did you think you'd ever be doing a video with me where we washed our hands like 38 times?
No, I did not.
So, all that sort of thing. So let me do that.
My water looks so gross, and it's just the one.
I know. That's true. Yeah, we should have went to a waterfall and been like,
Look at
just
this.
stuck our hands in it.
Look at this.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't get this one off.
Yes, this one you don't only need a little bit because
Yeah. You know, it don't seem like it's too far. Whoever did that reverse engineering actually did
a very good
a
job.
pretty good job. I gotta admit. Maybe I should have done this in the shower. But then the sheer noise. I mean, here we're in an acoustically treated room. I have a camera looking at me. I have a camera looking at me here. So I don't think we could have been able to make as good a video. You're still trying to get it off? Oh.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna have to go.
What if we combine the water?
I don't know.
I don't think so. I think you're going to have to go into
The bathroom every
the
time.
shower and just take off your clothes. Rinse all of it off you.
I did not expect it to be
I know.
like this. I mean,
So I'll say...
that's one bar.
Yeah. It does carry with it a lot of suds.
I'll be back.
But it does drag a bit when you're... And I don't know if that's good or bad. I guess it depends on what you like about it. And you can see it over here on this camera. It does take a bit of liberty from the soap company that Brenda Gaunt or Gant. Why do I keep saying Gaunt?
Because we know someone whose last name is Gauntz.
Yeah, it has a Z.
Yeah.
I keep saying the T. I just all that sort of thing. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I didn't know it was gonna be.
No one did.
And we're only 3 soaps in. Wow. Thank you so much if you're still watching this, by the way.
Yeah, because my skin is very dry already.
Already, yeah. But, as you can see, I mean, I think just by having 5 bars in both, I think, of course, this is the Brenda Gaunt soap. This is the Amish Land soap. Amish Farms Original. Amish Land. I think they took some liberty at making maybe, and I don't know which one came first, It just looks suspiciously close. So somebody took some liberty with it. So I don't know which one was which on that one. Now we have some, we said we'd compare them to Amish soap, so we're going to do that. Here's some Amish soap from North Carolina. Now I got this at the Southern Nutrition place here in Etheridge. And oh my, do they have some interesting, I guess, alternative health.
Technically Summertown.
Yeah, technically Summertown. It technically is Summertown. But it's, I mean, you turn right by the Amish. There's Amish past them.
Well, we have our Amish moving into Summertown.
So we're going to try, this is the patchouli geranium. This is the acne complexion that we're going to try next. Very hard bar. Very textured bar. Alrighty. Oh, you want it like that?
Oh, you can smell the patchouli.
Oh, Tara loves patchouli.
Look at that.
I'm just kidding. She actually can't stand patchouli much. I mean, certain things.
It reminds me of Whole Foods and the farm.
Yeah,
which is not bad. It's just...
Yeah. Like I say, this is our opinions. We're just...
And patchouli in the right, with other scents, it smells all right. Didn't bubble up.
It didn't bubble up.
Yet.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Tara's got magic hands. Mine didn't do nothing hardly. This is the acne.
Check it out.
Yeah, acne complexion. Oh, look at that. Okay, well. I don't know.
And it smells more like the geranium part than the patchouli part.
Okay.
When you
actually get it wet and use it.
You get it wet and use it.
Yeah, I was thinking this one you can definitely smell some kind of something coming out in it. What I mean by that is that it says acne complexion, and I definitely get something that smells almost like medical coming out, and I like it though. It's a neat soap.
Hold on, it takes me longer because I make so much bubbles.
I know. Look at your water compared to mine.
You didn't let me smell it.
Oh, sorry. I was just putting it down because I was.
It smells. It has a familiar smell, but I don't know.
Like a tea tree oil or something.
It's not tea tree oil.
Yeah, but like, when you sniff it, you're like, oh, I've smelt this before.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but it
I like it, though. It's neat. Look at me. I'm starting to get some bubbles on that one. And like I say...
It's got a lot of grit in it, too. You can feel the texture of those.
I was going to say that here in a little bit. The texture of it does seem to be pretty indicative if you're a person that doesn't want to use a wash rag and just sort of blankets the soap on you, you're probably going to like that one. I guess either one of those, because they did kind of remind me of each other.
Yeah. And these?
They seem to go forever. They don't come off.
Are very good at making bubbles. Look, they even made big bubbles.
They did make some big bubbles.
I'm very good at lathering the soap.
Yeah. I don't think we've really had a bad one.
No.
And my Amish one that I started with, the powder, the baby powder.
After we get finished, I'm going to have to look that up because it is a familiar smell.
Oh, on that acne complexion? Yes. That is true. I guess to keep them the same or something. We'll put that over there.
I'm trying to get the soap off.
I know it won't come off. That's true.
I'm gonna have to empty again.
Oh yeah, same here. Same here. You're gonna have to just. I take the what is this thing called? This towel and basically go from there. Make sure we're still recording. Yeah, these are really good bars. But this is how we're going to have to do this one. Just by pouring it. Because if we kept dousing our hands in water that was already used by other soaps, we could cross-contaminate it and come to conclusions that's not the same.
Just swap out.
There we go. We did pick identical bowls for that exact reason. So that's what we did. So those are some Amish from North Carolina. So let's take and open some of these from our local Etheridge group. Yay! Oh wow, you can smell it. Oh wow, that is extreme. You don't even need this anymore. Here, I'm gonna send it to the land of away. There we go. I don't have to worry, smell that, if you can't already.
It's cherry.
It's definitely cherry. You don't need it to tell you.
You haven't tried this one yet.
Oh, that's right. Sorry. You want me to go first?
That's how this is working.
That's how it's going,
You're
isn't it?
ruining the experiment.
I'm sorry. Mikey ruins everything. Maybe I do.
No, you just
Okay.
forgot.
There you go.
I already smelled that. It was cherry.
Should we worry about doing all of them or just do one?
Just one because they're identical.
Yeah, they are all from the same maker.
The same maker, same style, and just a different fragrance.
You know who would love this test?
Alana.
Yeah.
Alana, our daughter Alana, would love this.
Yeah.
Love it.
I will say, as far as frothy on me, look at that. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas now.
Well, it's very frothy compared to that other Amish soap, the baby powder one.
I don't know if you get any cleaner, though.
It's oily, not bubbly. Oh, but look at this.
You did it. You did it now.
It's not as cherry smelling after you get on your... It's a lighter scent.
You don't think we've had a bad soap
We've not had a bad soap.
yet that I would say was a bad soap.
But I will say that first Amish bar
Yeah.
is probably the most moisturizing.
It did seem like it had more oil. And it didn't suds as much.
And that's because it's more oil than...
It could be that it's slightly older, too.
It could be.
So, like I say, that one's a couple years old, I believe. At least.
Look at all the little particles that came out.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't think about that. What is that?
It's just the remnants of the soap.
Okay.
Just the different ingredients.
Gotcha. I did not
right.
know. Yeah, you're going to have to do this on every one of them, I believe.
I'm going to have to because you can't see in the bowl.
No. Yeah, there's a lot of remnant here. I don't know if that's just first... I don't know if that means first time. You're seeing it on this camera.
I think it just means that it's probably a less commercialized.
Yeah, could be.
So...
Yeah, that's...
Like the other ones were made, except for the first one, were most likely made in a larger capacity
Could have been.
place.
Could have very well been.
Probably need to also wipe those off. Because I think it's starting to get leftovers.
Could be. Very well be.
But this one looks like what a conventional bar of soap
Yeah.
typically will look like once it's been done.
Gotcha. Yeah, the Amish are probably not, I would say, maybe they're not the best soap makers. They're basically a soap, how would you say this nicely? They combine soap stuff, okay? They're more like a great combiner. A lot of times, if you ask them the science behind...
They don't know it.
The bar making, they generally don't know. But they know when they put certain things together that it makes soap. So hopefully we can go for a little bit. Now, which ones do you think we should go with next? Because that is pretty much all the Amish variety. Should we go Mennonite next
Let's
time?
do Mennonite.
Because we love the Mennonite people. The Mennonites
Is this a Mennonite one?
No.
That's Ponderosa Trading Company.
That one is definitely. Need a
Westcott cutter.
Yeah. It's my unboxing
Knife.
So when I come up here, like the stuff I did with Zero shoes and all that sort of thing, I was like, man, I forgot my knife. Now the Mennonite, they make these. We bought them at the Flat Rock Cheese and More.
In Giles County, Tennessee.
Store, yep. They're in Giles County. And feels good. This is a very slick soap.
That's what I was saying when I said, like, some of them are going to be, like, very slippery.
You might want to include a little nail or something in this guy.
Doesn't have
much of a smell. I noticed that.
It's real
too.
sticky.
It is. I don't know how to say it. It does have a viscosity to it that is not what we found yet.
Yeah, this is a different texture.
But it's a good soap.
It's a good soap.
Look at that. It's almost like a little iridescence to the bubbles.
Yeah.
Like I say, we got this green screen behind us. And we put on the ones we're testing, as you probably see.
It doesn't suds as much as the last Amish ones, the ones from North Carolina.
I would love to do this over running water.
I know. One day.
Yeah.
One day.
Yeah, I don't have a test kitchen
Yet. We have big dreams.
Yeah. Yeah, I plan to have, and I'm working on the very first one now, a course that's going to walk you all the way through a lot of things that you'll know from the Amish and Mennonite and Hutterite, the Swiss Brethren, church districts. And the reason I say it like that is that I don't want to say in a course what I could have done in a video. I want that to be something.
It has the same as the Amish. It doesn't have as much remnant.
I gotcha.
Of the soap.
That's pretty good then.
Yours is more bubbly than mine.
It is this time. For the first time, mine was more bubbly than hers. The reason I want to make a course is that it's going to walk you through what you're seeing. For example, if you've never seen an Amish or Mennonite community and you show up and you're wondering why all these little house on the prairie looking people are walking around with these little outfits on and driving horse and buggies, that might not translate. But if you know what you're looking at, you'll notice that there's a certain amount of string length on the cap. That's the white prayer cap. There's a certain length that the lapel on a man's shirt, the brim of the hat. Of course, the Amish men and Mennonite, or the Amish men have to have a beard in order for them to show that they're a married person. And of course, this slightly differs in different communities. But you can tell a Schwarzentrooper cart or buggy from other old order. So there's a lot of things that go into the Amish and Mennonite people that you might not know unless you take something like a course. But I also differ it based on or differ their culture with other cultures, even our culture. And I explain how their rebellion, religion, and all that sort of thing. So that's how we make money. Doing this is just for fun.
Yep.
Now this is a Mennonite soap from, it says Humboldt, Illinois. And it just has tallow, coconut oil infused with lavender flowers, water, goat milk, lye, essential oil.
And see, lye is in the soap. You can use lye in soaps. You should not use straight lye soap.
Yeah. Unless you want it to really be clean.
And hurt.
And hurt. So not everything you get is going to be on the up and up. Now, they will sell it to you. Now, this is one of the most differing bars. This has a different texture, a lot of things. Oh, you can definitely smell the lavender. You want to smell it? You go ahead. All right, I'll get going. Here we go.
I can smell it.
Yeah, it's definitely a slicker soap. It's good soap, though. It feels pretty nice. It's got a little bit of texture to it, too.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Yeah.
lightly lavender.
Mm-hmm. I would say that there's quite a bit of difference between the Amish.
I ran out of paper towel room.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me take it over here. There we go.
This one doesn't seem to suds as much on me.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. I had to get it more water.
Oh, there we go. Okay. I think that's something that I'm hearing more of and seeing, obviously, more of.
The more water you use, the more suds you get.
That is true.
But these don't make the big bubbles like the one, like the Amish soap did. And
Yeah. But there is a difference between the way the Amish and the Mennonite do.
You smell more lavender in your hands, like when it's on your hands, than on the bar, when you just smell it, to me.
You want to, just for the sake of it, since we're about to get into the bars that I think more people are going to be
Interested in?
Yeah. Let's do these two, because they are also Mennonite, and then we'll take kind of a spell between and do these like Irish Spring and Dove and
that'll work.
Stuff like that. So that'll be something interesting. Make sure that we're still on. We are.
And this, you see more of the flakes,
Yeah.
like the Amish, the cherry one, than you did with this Mennonite bar.
I agree. Alrighty. Yeah, it left a little bit of oil too, so I'm kind of like, don't fall on me, please. Yeah, let's do these since they're smaller. Little small bar. Very good. That's pretty nice. Pretty neat. Let me put that here. Which one do you want to do?
Let's do orchid.
Okay. This
So.
is orchard.
Orchard. I'm sorry. I obviously cannot read.
That's fine. You know what? Just by handling this is kind of a slick soap.
This is from Wilson Farm Soaps.
Mm-hmm.
And they use goat milk, coconut oil, shortening, lard, sodium hydroxide, olive oil, and fragrance oil. Smells good. You can smell it from the paper.
Yeah. It has a lighter smell. I didn't think it did that much. Oh, wow. Hold on to that one.
I knew that from the ingredients.
Yeah, it is a very slick soap.
It's got lard in it. Oh, it got stuck to the bottom. It's got lard in it.
Well, how it could get stuck to anything with... They say I have lard in me. Actually, I think my name had lard in the first part of it. And then my butt for the other part of it.
I don't have any paper towel.
Oh, I'm sorry.
This one feels like the wavy Amish one.
Yeah, it is pretty similar.
It has less fragrance on your hands.
Yeah.
It smells just like soap. Just
yeah, it
plain,
doesn't have a whole
kind of like ivory, like just a plain soap.
Which would be great if you don't want to smell like much.
Yeah.
So when we say, "Oh, I don't have much smell," well,
it doesn't.
For some people, that'd be great.
Yeah, we're not saying that it's bad. It just doesn't have as much fragrance. Some people will want it to have just overwhelming fragrance, just lots of fragrance, and other people don't want it to have hardly any, or none at all.
Look at that. I think this is the cleanest my hands have ever been.
I don't know. I think the cleanest my hands have ever been is when Alana was in the NICU.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, the NICU. Stands for Neonatal Intensive Care Unit. And our little one was 1 pound, 13 ounces, so we got to stay for 3 months. And it wasn't the kind of stay that you remember as if it was a good thing.
And our particular neonatal intensive care unit did not have rooms. They had isolates that were in fours for the nurses, so parents could not stay. But every time you left, there was no bathroom in there. So if you went to the bathroom, you went to eat, you had to come in and rewash.
Rewash, yeah. And they really were particular about what, and for good reason.
And it's because those babies are very sick when they're born.
Yeah.
And you don't want to make them more sick.
So,
with the bacteria on your hands.
So we got pain, I guess. We got some pain in us. You know, but what are we but our stories? You know? So if you went to the NICU or know somebody, put down in the comment section. We'd love to hear that story. I say we would. You like hearing their story? We also founded the Preemie Paradox. If you're on Facebook or you look up preemieparadox.com, as it's a show about the NICU experience. A lot of kids don't make it in the Category 4 NICUs that we were in. So when you're the smallest of the small, you sometimes don't come out at all, and that was pretty tragic. And times I'd wish I'd forget some of those. But we're gonna go back to soap.
And I think now our hands will be the cleanest they have ever been.
Yeah, it could be. But we're also we're trying some soaps. If you're trying to get back to the end, you know what I mean. If you're wondering what's going on, there are some soaps that I believe are going to do pretty well, and we definitely want to try them towards the end. Like I said, this is just us trying some, but I do believe there's going to be some soaps that you're going to want to watch. Here's another Mennonite soap. Oh, I just did it too. I tossed it over there, but it was a Mennonite soap that we got next door, and it's a pretty good one. One of the most beautiful. Well, you can see it behind us. Who am I kidding?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Oh, this is nice. I like it. I guess I could be just setting you up, couldn't I?
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's nice. Oh, yeah, look at that. And you feel it, and you're like, oh, it must be really nice because Michael liked it.
No, that's not how
slick.
any of this works.
Oh, yeah. You wouldn't let me get by with that, would you?
It has pretty much no scent.
Uh-huh. It feels like the other one we just did.
It's real sticky, like.
Mm-hmm. But look at all those bubbles. Look at that. I think it was kind of high too. It's one of our most expensive.
I think it was $7 at the time of this.
Yeah.
Do not go to Flat Rock Cheese and More and say.
Yeah. Michael and Tara said
that soap is $7.
Because we do have some that's about $12 a par. I'm expecting them to do really well. Because usually there's a price to everything. That's pretty good, isn't it?
That's a really good soap.
Yeah, that is a good soap.
And it has virtually no...
Yeah, virtually no smell.
No fragrance.
I've noticed that. The Amish soaps are overpowerful, like, when it comes to smell. I mean,
But in the bar, not on your skin.
Yeah. Yeah, as soon as you take it out. The shampoo was like that. Oh, all you had to do was just make it come out, and the whole place smelled like strawberries. Because I take Alana with me. Tara sometimes, she's Alana'd out, and our daughter is getting on her nerves. And I step in, and I say, you want to go to Amish country? Because she wants to find a dog she can pet, but the Amish are not really carried away when it comes to getting a pet. It's basically a guard animal, And so they don't have dogs you can pet as much, so she's a little bit mad. I would say that's some of the prettiest bubbles as far as just.
Yours has a lot of bubbles.
Yeah,
Mine
yours didn't
do that.
Wow. I guess if you're a man, you'll like that one.
That's not what that was.
Is that not how to interpret the results?
No.
Okay. Well, that concludes our Amish and Mennonite soaps. So, I'm not sure where to go from here. So we're going to take some of these soaps that are, oops, sorry, Mom. But we're going to take some of these soaps that are kind of known for being just really good soaps, you know, in like a store, like what do you call that? Oh, it would be something like a health food store. So it'd be like beyond a Kroger or Walmart, say that.
Something like a Sprouts or a Whole Foods.
Yeah,
Earth
something
Fare.
like that. So we'll take some of these out and just see. Oh, I thought I was going to have to get scissors, which I got scissors, but I don't think I'll
Also
be
from
using
Westcott.
it. Also from Westcott, yeah. We love Fiskars.
But both of those are Westcott.
Yeah, here's some. It says Old Rag Soap from Syria, Virginia. I don't know much more about it. This one's called Barbershop. The lady who at Ike's Amish Depot.
In Etheridge, Tennessee.
Yeah, they're in Etheridge, Tennessee. As you can see behind me here. And they really like this soap. And I said, Barbershop? I have to get it. That's what they called it. Barbershop. So I was like, well, it does kind of smell like a barbershop, I guess. Another very slick one. Starting to notice something here. Very slick soap.
Soap's made with lye that is slick and oils that are slick.
Yeah, all of them seem to have a lot of oils. You can barely smell this one. It doesn't have a lot of real powerful smell.
It does kind of smell like a barbershop.
Your dad had a barbershop.
My dad and my grandpa. Two different barbershops. In Florida.
Yep, that's right. He's Floridian.
Yep.
So that's pretty neat.
And neither one of them have their barbershop anymore.
Yeah. Thank you.
It is oily, but in a good way.
Yeah, this one's also really good.
It's making some bubbles.
Man, I tell you what, if somebody was a soap critic, they'd have a hard time.
Yeah.
They're like, how do you say something's not a good soap? I think all of these are really good soaps.
These are all good.
You know what I mean? Now, we have been testing a lot of $6 to $9 bars, so
Yeah.
it might just be that we're bougie.
Or not bougie enough.
Or it might not be bougie.
We haven't
enough.
tried the $150 bar.
Oh, yeah, the one that'll have like, I don't know, how would you? Is there?
I don't know.
Put in the comments if you find $100 bar stuff. It must be have like gold in it or something. Has diamond flakes or something.
Gold flakes.
Gold flakes.
Truffle oil.
Truffle oil. Yeah, look at that. Oh, wow. It does feel like you're going to get something really clean with this.
Yeah.
I will say that one.
The fragrance comes out more
Yeah, once you
get it wet.
But you do have to get up in there.
You have to, yeah, it's not.
I've been kind of laxing on my talking about the smell because if I can't smell it when I'm like washing my hands, then does it have a smell, you know?
Yeah.
So I know it does, but I'm just saying if it's not so pungent it can't reach me, then I don't know.
Well.
I don't know if I should count it as a smell.
Well, the reason I do is neurodivergent folks are more prone to smelling their hands as a stem. So
yeah, that's true. Our daughter has autism.
she is AUDHD,
Yeah.
autism and ADHD. And neurodivergent people are more likely to sniff their hands to calm down, to stem.
That's true.
So even though it doesn't have a smell, if it's too smelly,
It could bother them as much.
it could do the opposite. So.
Well then.
I'm trying. I'm
You're
splash
fine.
water.
Yeah.
The door knob is very slick now.
It's the slickest that doorknob's ever been.
I've made a mess in the bathroom.
That's okay. It's what... it's,
Not the typical kind you would make, though.
yeah. Yeah. That would be an odd thing to say. Oh, my. I just ruined the bathroom. What'd you do? I washed my hands like 30 times. It's like, what?
Well, this one made swirl bubbles.
I noticed that. Yeah, that soap's actually pretty good,
That's
isn't
really
it?
good soap.
Now, let's see. I kind of want to do the cheap soaps, the like wide variety or variability.
Okay.
Or when I say variability, the high availability soaps.
Yeah.
I'll do that because we'll just, I don't know. We're getting into, and if you've watched this far, thank you so much. Obviously, you're very into soap.
Very into soap or us.
Yeah, you might have fell asleep when you're watching us still.
You want to see if something happens at the end where we spill all the soap water?
That would be funny. Is there like a food fight for soap? Soap fight? I don't know.
Doubt it.
Now, this is a extremely inexpensive soap. We're part of the Fairfield Resorts, which is
Now Wyndham.
Wyndham. So this is so old it says Fairfield. And the reason we put these in there, because some people say, well, they'll all clean the same. It don't matter which bar.
I just get those little bars at the hotel, and that's fine
Whatever.
for me.
Yeah. So what we're going to do is put that to the test. And this one, like I say, is very old. And wow.
You should be able to tell the difference.
It's an obvious, just like right off the bat.
It has no smell.
Yeah.
It feels very almost creamy, like not oily, more like a cream.
I'm not liking it. Okay, the first bad bar.
Is it a bad bar though?
It'll get you clean if you fell, and
Well, it'll get you clean if you wash your hands with it.
yeah. I will say this: I would much prefer the bars we did.
Yeah.
Because when you pick it up, I'm starting to like wrinkle a little bit because I don't know. It just seemed like I didn't notice it until I.
Oh no, I've been,
did.
as our daughter would say, I'm wrinkled enough.
I don't like it. I'll say that.
It's not my favorite. And
Let's just do the 3 or 4 without just even changing
Okay,
this
that'll
one
work.
too. Because I got a feeling most people have always done something with these bars.
they already know what these are.
And that's got some grit. The Irish Spring.
It's Irish Spring Moisture Blast.
Moisture Blast. That's why it's not green.
We didn't have any regular. We had Moisture Blast.
Ah,
Sorry.
it's trying to fall out the bottom.
Oh no.
There you go. I guess put
It smells like Irish Spring
It definitely has
and Old Spice.
It has a more chemical smell,
And it does have a more chemical smell
which you would expect.
because it's a conventionally made soap.
I'm not a fan of it either. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe we did all the bougie ones. Maybe we should have started with this. I just wanted to give us a baseline.
But it did give lots of little bubbles.
Yeah.
It makes my skin kind of tingly, so I don't know what that's about.
Yeah.
It does smell. That is a Dove. It's one
a
of the
Dove
plant milk.
Turmeric and milk.
It's
lemon
plant
balm.
milk instead of like goat milk or cow's milk.
I love the way they milk plants. I don't know what they do. Do they pull on a leaf or...
Don't know.
It's got a little thing in the middle. Pretty neat, isn't it? So, got one on each side. Anyway, well, let's just see. I always liked Dove. If I'd had I don't know. If you're just going to pick up a bar at any little hotel I forgot my soap section. I think we've all been there. Look at that. It has a drag. Mm-hmm. That's probably the best way to, I think, to describe
it smells really good.
Yeah.
You can smell, like, it's got a nice feminine.
It's got a better, yeah, the other one was...
It's got a feminine smell versus the Irish Spring, which had a more masculine smell. Not to say that boys have to use a certain soap or girls have to use a certain soap.
That's right. I'm outnumbered here. I will smell like a girl.
Except for the times where I use Old Spice. So I use Old Spice.
Really?
Yeah, because I like their 3-in-1.
Oh, that's right.
It smells good.
I'm fancy, lad. I gotta have manly soap.
Well, that's a more masculine smell. But I just like how it smells on me.
I know everybody's like, well, which one is yours? That's easy. Berg Apothecary's Blue Water.
And I am not as bougie when it comes to my soaps and use just whatever. And most of the time I don't use bar soap anyway.
Yeah.
I, in the shower, use body wash, and in the bathroom sinks, I use liquid soap.
Yep. I am excited about some of these. Like they're...
This is Lever 2000.
And it's not coming out. Wow. Now that one smells more like the other.
That's why I said it's that Irish Spring smells like Irish Spring and Lever 2000.
Yeah, it definitely has a. Yeah, that one's the same way. It's like a draggy surface. Mm-hmm. It's like, I don't know. Here you go.
Yeah, I like that one too.
Yeah, they spend big. I will say that those companies spend a lot of money on fragrance and getting a certain.
Did you see that?
I did see that. We'll slow it down on camera, just a big bubbly bit just flying through the air. Yeah, I don't know. You could feel a little difference in.
There is a difference in the feel of the goat milk soaps from the Amish and Mennonite and these soaps.
I guess that's too why they don't last as long. You know, it seems like if you get an Amish bar, it takes you like a month to go. Like, especially if you get a trial or a group of them like that. Oh, they take forever. You get your money's worth, I guess. If you're a person that shops based on how long it'll last.
You will definitely get your money's worth. Your return on investment will be very high. Mm-hmm. Okay.
I can't get this off. I'm just going to...
What are we doing next? Do I need to empty these bowls?
Definitely empty the bowls. Thank you so
we
much.
need a shot of that, definitely. Because look how much...
Yeah, you do leave more, but that was 3 bars worth.
That was 3 bars.
Something like that.
4 bars.
4 bars.
4 bars. One was tiny.
Yeah, I forgot about it. But that'll give you an indication of how much. 3 or 4 bars of, I guess, more available soaps. I don't want to trash them, okay?
No, they're...
Yeah, it's a lot of people, that's just what they use, and that's their favorite. And for a long time, we did that. We were couponers. We wanted to get everything really cheap, and oh my, we would get them practically give to us at one time because we were really big-time couponers.
And also, we know in the United States of America where we live, not everyone can afford a $7 bar.
That's very true. Some of these, I'll say it like this: we bought them to show you. They were a little high. I don't want to say which ones it is, all right? But some of them, they are in that $10 and up bar category. Just saying. And we did it to see how much money, I guess, how much a bar of a certain amount of money costs in comparison. But I will say, all of these bars, they will get you clean.
Yeah.
You'll be clean if you do wash up. Some people that are really particular about chemicals are going to probably be a little more choosy, and that's fine. If you're wondering what that is, that's water running.
Sorry, I can't help it.
That's fine. We'll see if my isotope sweep, is that red light still going?
I can't see it.
Okay. That's fine. We'll assume that it is. Yeah, let's take a minute just to kind of clean up.
Yeah.
Let me just see that.
Do we need to keep the patchouli?
I wouldn't think so. It's still going. Good.
Okay. Did we run out of paper towels?
No. Well, we kind of did. Here's one.
Because we got more soaps coming that we wanted to lay out.
Yeah.
My bad.
That's fine. All right. Oh. All right, we're back. We had to get some more paper towels because we had more soaps coming. And that's what we wanted to do. How's your wrinkle factor coming?
Look at that.
You are wrinkly.
I know.
What happened to you?
I don't know. It's just how it is. Like, I'm even wrinkly on the front, like on the top.
Uh-huh. Wow.
And I got extra wrinkles when I do. Look.
Look at you. Yeah, mine, I look normal so far.
Yeah. Okay.
So, I'm very fat.
I
my
will
fingers are fat.
very much appreciate that lotion over there when we're done.
Oh, yeah, we'll definitely try that. One of the things that soap makers, one of the tricks is they get you to buy a bunch of soap so that they can take the oils out of your skin so they can sell you moisturizer. So a lot of times your perception of I'm clean, I don't need a moisturizer, comes in once you clean up so good. It removes some of the oils. You feel like you're dry. So you add moisturizer on you. So now they've sold you moisturizer and soap. So that's sort of the dirty poo part of soap making. So
where does Duke Cannon fall?
I don't know.
Does it fall with the Bend soap, Ponderosa Trading Company, or does it fall with Irish Spring Lever 2000? It's kind of between the two.
It is. And it's got a lot of smell. Wow, that Wayfinder. Wow, it says eucalyptus desert sage.
Okay.
Now, this is a brand that definitely favors more masculine scents and stuff. So I'll tell you what to do. For this section, because there's not that many of them, we'll take these 4 soaps and put them together.
Okay.
That one must have fell and hit something.
It looks like a block of Velveeta.
It does look like a block of Velveeta. I haven't been tasting them.
Don't.
Yeah, that's not a good idea.
Don't.
How about we agree that maybe we shouldn't put soap in kids' mouths, even if they do say cuss words?
We were being funny with that.
Yeah.
That actually smells really good.
However, I did stick it in my mouth. That was obviously real. Also, I did stick it in my mouth and wish I hadn't. So
now think about that when you're putting it in your child's mouth, who is
exactly.
tiny.
So I don't think you're going to get the point across if you put soap in a kid's mouth. So we're going to say, just don't do that, okay?
That one's flaking apart.
It did, didn't it? The gold bar.
The gold bar.
So now we'll try to. Which one? Yeah, I think.
I didn't know what that was. Sorry.
I think when it comes to the very end, we're going to put the Berg Apothecary
and Bend.
against Bend.
Yes.
Because I do have a feeling those are going to be the 2 highest quality soaps of all of them, just by, for one, familiarity, and I did go to the Bend factory, okay? So a lot of people want to know how Bend soap does. As far as, I haven't tried
start
them
with
exactly.
this one, then this one, then this one.
And then this one, then the big one, okay.
Yeah.
Now, at the Southern Nutrition here in, well, I think it's Summertown, we said that. they have.
Do you have soap in your mustache?
Oh, do I? Possibly.
Yes.
I did. I had soap in my mustache. Wow. Gotta watch. Soap is sketchy. It'll just
It is.
right in the face, right in the eye. You might want to wear goggles.
I did.
Yes, you did. All that sort of thing. And how do you say this? Is that Maluka? A lot of people swear by this stuff. It's MEL.
Melaleuca?
Yeah.
It's in Idaho Falls, Idaho.
Yeah, I think that's Melaleuca. And
That's got like
powerful.
lemongrass in it.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have put it that close in my nose.
So let's try these out. Now, a lot of people swear by these. Now, these are getting more of the crunchy, hippie kind of soaps that people really were interested in. And I said I had to compare them. And, yeah, it's pretty nice, especially compared to some of those we just did with the... We'll just call them the more wider availability, okay? Mm-hmm. No judgment, too, here. If you want to just buy a 30-cent bar of soap, go. More power to you.
If all you can afford is a 30-cent bar of soap.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, it's got the feel of the Mennonite, Amish Mennonite soap.
You definitely get some, wow, look at that lather.
Very much lemongrass.
Yeah. You'll smell like Whole Foods.
Truly.
Truly.
Truly is Whole Foods.
Yeah.
But it does smell like lemongrass. Huh. I am not getting...
Wow, I'm getting a bunch. We'll just say it's man soap.
It's
Look
not
at
man
that.
soap.
Man soap, man soap, man soap.
Oh, ta-da.
Oh,
Lady soap.
lady soap. Oh, so happy you joined me on this. Can you imagine me having to stop and do...
No.
Be like, I'm good for the heady bits, you know, the philosophical stuff, talking about the Amish and Mennonite people's culture and some of their beliefs, and
It's still slick, like feeling
yeah,
without
it does.
the bubbles.
It seems to wash off really good. Too.
It does.
Definitely. I didn't have near as much trouble. Do you want to just go in for it because these are the same manufacturer?
Yeah, let's go in for it.
Yeah, let's just go right in.
It's really slick after you get done. It's got oil to it.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I can't see as much other than it's just made in America. Idaho Falls. They don't really say much about it. I guess you could find it online.
They do have a website. The Melaleuca.com has a website. And they have a 100% satisfaction guarantee. This is their exfoliating bath bar.
Yeah, when I seen the one, I had to get the other one because that one was more like a wash your hands soap. This is more like...
If you were going to a hotel,
Exfoliate.
this would be face bar of soap, bath bar of soap.
You could feel some little knobbies on it. You want to feel that?
Mm-hmm. Oh, it smells almond
Yeah.
and oatmeal.
Almond oatmeal.
And it probably has some kind of walnut husk
Yeah.
or almond. That's usually what they use to make the grit in there.
I think we will have to change out our soap
We will have to change.
basins.
Yes.
This one's doing really good too. I will say that. It's...
Well,
You definitely feel pretty clean.
it's got a lot of oil in it. Oh.
I know. It's every time you get your hands
No, I
up
touched
and
my nose and
something, and then your nose itches. And it's
I
like,
touched it on accident, smelling
Oh,
my hands.
did you? Okay, never mind. I had an itch, and I was like, why? Why?
Okay. Good.
Yeah, I can't get it clean. Like the other one kind of came right off. This
Yeah.
one is not going to.
Well, this one is more, like we said, for your body,
Yeah.
for the bath. And this other one was more for your wash your hands in the sink.
still smells more like hippie store.
Smells like almonds to me.
It does to me. Maybe it's just, I don't know.
Like almond extract.
It's good though. I mean,
Yeah, I like it.
and of course, smell and all that stuff is subjective.
Yes, it's
Very much a subjective thing. I tell
a
you what.
lot of bubbles.
Because these are going to be very comparable here in the men's market. I think anyway. So how are you guys liking this? Is this pretty fun? I think I'm having a pretty good time doing comparisons. Of course, some of the comparisons I really like the most is food. Food comparisons. Here we go. Try not to spill it all. Some of these have got lots of oil to them. So I feel like it's like as if you took olive oil and put it on your hand and then said, here's a bowl. It's a pretty good amount of oil. And I pretty well saturated this towel.
Yeah, mine is too.
I should have brought up like a bath towel, I believe. Oh. I put this little black cover. If y'all watch some of our early videos, it'll have the wood underneath, but it kind of made a reflection against the green. So we had to put a little cover on it. Of course, it made the contrast here a lot better.
I saw a brown towel earlier, but I think it's out there.
Probably. We'll try to make do. We got a few. Now this one is from a. Oh, did you get it on your seat?
Yes. In my face, on the seat.
Just soap everywhere, right?
Yeah, it's on my glasses.
Sorry. Now these are probably the best as far as men-focused soaps that we got. They're primarily geared for men. This is one of my favorite companies, the Ponderosa Trading Company. It's made right here in Lawrence County. And this one only has goat milk, olive oil, coconut oil, lard, shea butter, castor oil, and lye. And if you look up Ponderosa Trading Company, you go. And they make a lot of men's stuff with shaving and all that stuff. It's another one that's pretty oily.
Well, yeah, it's got 3 or 4 different oils.
Yeah.
Heard you
It's a really
list off.
really good soap, I feel.
Does it really have a fragrance?
I don't know. It just says goat milk. That's the only one I've
When
seen.
I smelled it, it doesn't smell. It just smells like oil and goat milk.
Well, it's got lots of sound.
It does. It's got a lot of oil.
So we'll test these two kind of back to back.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could tell it's got kind of a pretty good amount of viscosity to it.
Yeah.
But a good soap. Let's see if I can get that off.
Lots
Look
of
at
bubbles.
you. Got lots of bubbles. I didn't get that many bubbles. But I knew that it come off pretty clean.
It does, like immediately. Still have a little bit of soap, but
Yeah. I knew it did. There's a lot of shaving stuff that I'll do in comparison. I want to do a direct comparison between that and some of the other products. Now, I imagine if any one of you, regardless of where you live, probably live next to somebody that could make you some excellent products. So it isn't that you have to get these that we're mentioning. I imagine if you look around, they're probably right there close to you. Mm-hmm. However, there are some that we're going to recommend that if you want to order online, we certainly can. You know what I mean? And some of them, like Duke Cannon here, that's one that they got a really good online presence. And they'll do some sales throughout the year. Now, if you do go on to PonderosaTradingCompany.com, you can get this particular soap, and they've also got deals with other like Glass Hardest and stuff like that. So it's a very interesting place to get other products from. So I think their products are really good. Made by one lady. Does a phenomenal job. And of course the Berg Apothecary you can get online. Like I say again, one lady. And of course Bin soap is huge. It's probably, without having like obviously the more available brands that we just mentioned, it's probably one of our, I guess, most familiar to most people looking for goat milk. It might be some of the biggest in the country. So any just Google search will instantly get you a place that can offer you the Bin soap. So let's do Duke Cannon. Now this is, I can already tell, this is a big bar of soap. This is a 10-ounce bar of soap, twice the size of most soaps on here. And look how much come off.
So this one, that was the Melaleuca, was 4.5 ounces.
Yeah.
The baby bar was 1.5 ounces. So that's 1.5 ounces.
Yeah.
Versus
look at this,
10 ounces.
It's so big you can't hardly get it to fit in your hands very well. Look at that. It's like a brick. Actually, I think it says something like a brick of soap.
Yeah.
They're not kidding. It does take me roughly 6 weeks to go through a bar. It does take quite a while to get it to about half the size. And it does seem like after you get to half the size, it goes pretty quick. So don't let the size fool you. It's not like you're going to have it for 6 months. It does go pretty quick once you get past the outer shell. I've loved Duke Cannon stuff. It was kind of my go-to for a little while, a couple of years ago. It's in my man course if you go to the Older Dad Show. And you'll hear us talking about it there. Yes, I know, I have a bunch of shows. And it's hard to keep up with all of it. But I love doing this. I love doing things where I'm talking to others. Harder to come off, isn't it?
It will not come off. I don't know if it's because we used 2 soaps in there or if it's just because it's...
I still feel it on me.
Yeah.
I would love to say that it's up here with the others. Its main selling point is its size.
And that it's marketed to men.
It is very much marketed to men that feel like the bigger the better, and all that sort of thing. They make a tactical scrubber I also use when I really want to get cleaned up, and that's basically an extremely abrasive exfoliator. So, yeah, even after we've tried to get it off, it still don't want to come off. It's almost in the same league as some of the more conventional soaps, okay? I don't mean to... Oh, well, let me just say it like that. I don't want to badmouth them, but I also don't want to say everything great about them simply because I like them, okay? That's probably the most fair way to explain it. I don't want you to think that, well, you said a lot of good things about Duke Cannon, therefore you must be a fanboy. No, I kind of think they're just a bigger version of a very popular soap. But I believe they are made here. They do a lot of military type stuff. But I believe that's kind of what you're buying, I believe, deep down. So now it's on to... Well, let me see here. Hold on, I didn't even do this. I didn't even do those.
Oh, we can do them now.
I guess so. It's the Rock House Hollow. I didn't even notice it.
Yeah.
And since these are the same, do you want to do each one or you want to...
Yes, I want to do each one.
Okay.
Because one is for men.
That's right. It does say specifically for men. So what we're going to do... These are from Ardmore, Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
Rock House Hollow.
Sinking Creek Soaps.
Remove the little jacket. I don't know if this is a Mennonite soap. This actually was bought at the local, is it called the local farmer?
The local farmer
Yeah.
in Pulaski, Tennessee, in Giles County, Tennessee. They carry local products from primarily Giles County, but also Lawrence and what's there? Lincoln County.
Yeah.
Up into Marshall and Murray counties.
So it's kind of like the rustic hinge, you know what I mean? How they primarily, the only way you could sell there is to live within 50 miles. And
I think the local farmer has something like that, but they
Yeah.
offer coffees, other foods, meats, eggs,
all kinds of stuff.
baked goods, soaps, and they also have now
Pretty good too.
local hemp and
That's
CBD
right.
products.
Local hemp, CBD.
And I believe they also have a website, thelocalfarmer.com.
And
This one really doesn't have a smell.
it doesn't. What is it with men's soaps not
I guess
having
men
a
doesn't.
smell?
They don't want to have
I don't want
fragrance.
to smell like stuff.
I don't like smells.
Buchanan says, I'll let you smell manly. And you're
But
like,
the
"I
thing
gotta
about
stop taking it."
Buchanan is it's got a lot of smell when you take it out of
It
the
does.
package, but then when you use it,
It don't.
it's not as pungent. It's not as fragrancy. That
Yeah.
one does a lot of,
It does once you give it some water.
yeah. It's really
Wow.
slick.
Yeah, that's really good soap.
That's good soap. It has a slight masculine scent to it, but it's not overwhelming.
Yeah, I was trying to think. That was $4 or something. The other one's $8.
Yeah, the little one was $4, $3.95 at the time of this video. And the other one was, I think, $7.95 for the bigger one.
Yeah, I have to use yours because mine was so saturated.
Mine is
and bad.
super saturated too. I should have brought a thing of paper towels up here.
I didn't think about it.
It's all right.
That one is since it's manufactured
It's the
by the
same-
same
yeah,
company, we'll just go ahead and do 2 of them. And this one, they just call it goat milk soap. This was called tobacco and bay leaf. That's why another
Yeah.
reason why I got it is it's going to kind of finish up some of our more manly, masculine soaps. Wow.
Masculine, not manly.
Sorry.
Women could like that too.
Very well could, yes. If you're a lady who likes masculine smelling
Or a
scents,
non-binary person could.
that's true, they could, definitely. So you could put down in the bottom of our comment section if you happen to like a soap. Because I'll go the other way. I'll admit something. I like some of the girlier smelling, more feminine. That's right, I'm sorry. Feminine smelling soaps. I think they're great.
And like I said before, I like some of the more masculine.
Spice, yeah.
Yeah, smelling soaps.
Yeah, that's right.
This one smells identical to the man soap or whatever
Yeah,
it was
it
called.
was very similar.
It's got the same feel, same texture. It's really oily, so you probably won't need as much moisturizer after you use it. And it lathers.
That's what I find to be pretty indicative of. Oh, you can put it over here. Just chunk that out of the way. Don't want to come off, though, unfortunately.
Well, some of that's the oils.
Yeah. This is really hard if you wanted to judge. If you're watching this to judge a certain soap, I don't think you're going to be able to do very
You're not
much.
going to be able to do that because they all make bubbles.
Yeah,
They all clean you.
very much. And they kind of have a very similar, if they're goat milk, I will say that. If they're goat milk soap and they're pretty high quality, which we bought all these thinking, oh yeah, there'll be a bunch of difference between them. There really isn't that much.
There really isn't.
So I think if you go and find a sourcing of them, I believe you're going to get pretty close to your desired effect. And if it's a smell that you like or scent, I think you're gonna enjoy it. Okay. That's probably gonna need
It's going to need another one. Another
2
one.
soaps, and it's arm. Just look at that. It's just up there.
Yeah.
You'll use that camera. I'll put it like this. 'Cause I splash a lot.
I did too.
Maybe that's it. So I'm Sir splashes a lot. My buttermilk biscuit. Yip yip. Haven't thought about that in a while. There we go. Yeah, I'm starting to get a little bit more wrinkly on me this time. Let's see here. Which one should we do now? Should we start with Bend and go to the ones here, or should we start with Berg and go to Bend?
Doesn't matter.
Bend to the Berg and the Berg and the Bend. B-E-N-D, B-E-R. So.
Bend would come alphabetically before Berg.
Yeah, but Bend and End sounds
like end. So
let's go with Berg.
Let's go with Berg.
All right, these will just slip out. Oh, these smell so good. Now, like I said in the very beginning, Berg Apothecary is my preferred brand. I've been to her workshop. She does such an excellent job. Oh. So I will not be switching if you're wondering.
Ooh, that's got lemongrass in it.
Yeah, this one here she made to kind of be a doppelganger of Davidoff Cool Water. It has this wonderful little, what's that Japanese guy that has that wave?
I can't remember.
Oh, but it's very...
yeah.
Very close to the wave from the Japanese man.
Artist, yes.
And, it smells like it. I mean, it's just... And then she's got some other ones right here. This one's called Fruit Tea.
I'm curious.
I know. I smelt it on the raw. I haven't personally used it because I love these other ones so much. And so if you're ever in Amish country and you say...
Oh, it's fruity.
I know. I
like that.
She's definitely the most, I guess, best soap maker I've ever met in person. You know what I mean? She is just, when it comes to making things, and she's got a really interesting story about how she came to get into soap making and all that sort of thing. Let's see if you...
It's got some mint.
Called cedarwood eucalyptus.
That's what it is eucalyptus.
Yeah, and I thought, oh, that's so cool. And she has this little one room store right beside her house. And in the back, she's got all these things planted and all that sort of stuff to make these just excellent. I can't go through and just say it enough, I guess. So I guess in this one, what we'll do is we'll try all the Berg.
Rinse,
stuff,
and then
we'll go to the Bend. Because what we got from Bend was kind of the samples, and we definitely want to give them the time. In my opinion, this represents the top of the chain, I guess, that we've done so far. Simply because once I got to have these for weeks before I did this video, so I got to sniff at them and hold them. So we'll start with this one here, the Fruit Tea. Mm-hmm. And, just right off the bat, the amount of... It's not over slick. You know there's oils there, but there's like a compound that holds that to your skin.
Not as fragrant when it gets wet.
Yeah.
On the bar.
And, also loves water, so you're going to need some water here.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
You're fine.
Look at that, just in no time. I got white gloves. I'm the rabbit on that show or whatever with a like. I don't know if I can talk about Lewis Carroll. But yeah, look at that. But you do smell it like come out when you're washing with this. Yeah, this thing it can lather for days. I don't know how much. I don't know. Maybe if you're working on transmissions. I don't know. Maybe so. Maybe this is. I mean, it is a very nice lather. I mean, there's just no other way to say it. It comes off pretty good, but there is a whole lot of oils in here, and a high quality oil. I've been inside her. I mean, you're seeing behind me some photos that I do in here.
He's been inside her shop.
Yeah. What am I?
You said I've been inside her.
Oh, here.
Her.
I said her?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I haven't done that. I was not even interested in that. I thought I said here. Been inside here.
Her.
Yeah, I meant to say here.
Her shop.
In her shop. I usually don't mess up verbally.
That's a Freudian slip.
Yeah, it's a Freudian slip.
I just wanted to clarify.
Yeah, that's definitely clarification needs to be met.
Because
I've been inside her shop. Okay, I'll say it like that. She has a really good shop.
I don't know why I didn't take that.
Excellent shop.
And well, that's why he gave her the face.
Yeah. No, that's not the case. I'm not interested in that way. But I do love her soaps. Her soaps are just great. And they're so pretty. Look at that. That's another reason. Like when I'm in Amish country, I go here. People say, well, you're the Amish and Mennonite guy. Surely you know where all the best stuff is. And I do, but they're sometimes not made by the Amish or Mennonite. They just kind of combine things. They're not really interested in becoming just excellent soap makers from the ones that I've been able to go. Now, of course, the Mennonite they have colleges and everything else. There's probably a really good soap maker that understands a lot of things about the
Another good latherer.
Yeah, you can smell that eucalyptus in there.
It's not as strong though.
It's not as strong. No, it's not as pungent as the fruit tea.
No, the fruit tea is really nice.
It's like I guess the fruit tea is kind of a southern thing, isn't it? Do they have that in like California? And
I don't know. They didn't have it in Florida.
that's true. Fruit tea is.
They do now, but they didn't when I was growing up.
What is the ingredients of fruit tea? It was
Fruit tea is tea of your choice, black, typically. Pineapple juice, 5 Alive, which is citrus, orange, lemon, grapefruit, tangerine, and lime, and a ton of sugar and water. And that gets you the
diabetes.
It gets you fruit tea. Or the type of fruit tea that is in our area.
Oh, lemongrass. I don't know what it is. Like, when I go in and I see her, she's got actual, like, lemongrass sometimes. I couldn't either. I just wear them. Wear them with pride. But it just smells like, if I did say a bunch of swear words, I would want this to go in my mouth.
The lemongrass one?
I do. That and the blue water. It's my two favorites.
I would want the fruit tea one.
Yeah, well, I can see that one. But that lemongrass is pretty nice.
Lemongrass is not one of my favorite smells. So
I love it. See? Again, it just...
That's why we're different.
That's right. And some of this is going to be listening to us and trying to figure out if you wanted some of this. Now, you can get the Berg Apothecary stuff online if you go to... Let's see, where it is. It's not on this one. I'll put it on here while I'm talking. I forget the name of the website. Why did I do that? I'm having a brain fart. Hold on, I'll just put it down here, okay? That'll be it. What you see down here, I'm gonna put it on there because I can't remember it at the exact moment. And that'll take you to her shop, If you're in Etheridge, now if you're going around, you live anywhere close, and you're going to go to Tennessee, and you're saying, I'm going to go to the Amish and Mennonite of Tennessee page. Yes. I'm going to go over there, and I'm going to find me some communities. I'm going to visit those. You're obviously going to go to Etheridge. It's the biggest in the South. It's Eric Westerner's number 2 behind Holmes County, Ohio, which has like 39 or 40,000 Amish in it. We have 2,500, and ours is number 2 to him. As far as his favorite Amish communities to visit. So you're going to want to visit here. You can go by and see Miss Rebecca Berg and get you some cool water. I love this one too. I'm going to just do all 4 of hers. Just
Yeah, that's what we said.
that's right. Oh, it's just you could feel it. It's like if you close your eyes and open your nose, you could just smell and feel it. Like there's like an iridescence to the bubble. I don't know. Am I turning blue?
I don't think so.
Slightly. Maybe I should take this one, just stack it on top of this one here. Put this
Oh yeah, it does have a little
like a little blue, isn't it?
blue tint to it.
Yeah. I thought maybe it's just a reflection of the green or something.
No, I think it actually does have a little.
Blue. I guess if you love blue, like your mom loves blue.
She does love blue.
She can get her some blue soap. And even the water's a little blue.
Uh-huh.
Have her some cool water. I don't know. Maybe I'm biased a little bit. Like I said,
It's a
that's why I
nice
said
soap.
it.
I've never tried any of the Berg soap. And it's a good soap. It doesn't come off your hands when there's 4 bubbly piles.
That's true. When it's so much bubble, we're going to have to just admit that we've oversaturated our bowl a little bit. Again, yes. Mine seems like way more saturated. It loves me. It just knows.
Well, you have bigger hands, so you use more soap.
That's probably true. So tell us your favorite soaps. I mean, is there one of these that is your favorite, or is there one of these that, or a soap that we haven't tried that you just know is the best soap ever?
No?
Well, I was talking to the audience.
Oh.
I said,
You didn't say that.
of all the soaps out there for you guys that are watching this video, if you're watching this far, thank you so much. We've gone for like an hour and something. But soaps are one of those things that people get really kind of hung up on. They got their favorites and all that sort of thing. Sorry, I was still trying to wipe my hands off because now this is more like a wet washcloth, and I want to be able to properly do bend soap. So bend at the end, that's what we did. I got a little bit of a story about that. And I've always kind of heard about them for a long time. I sloshed. Now, do we want to do every single one of those? Or
I don't think so.
you think of just one?
A couple. What fragrances do we have?
All right, here we go. Well, there's these.
Well, I don't think we need to do it. Well, maybe unscented. I don't know.
No, I think unscented should probably not go. There's oatmeal and honey. I know they said that one was a good one. Sweet orange. That just piques my interest.
I want to try All Shield and lavender.
All Shield, yes. Yeah,
let's
do all of them. Let's do all of them.
Let's do all of them.
All that sort of thing.
That's what our child would say.
Yeah. All of them.
All of them.
She can't make decisions very well, so it's just it. Okay, a bit about Ben Soap. Let's talk about that. Now, if you go on there, you're going to find out that Ben Soap is now located in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. And you're going to say, but Mike, You're obviously giving them a rating bigger because they're in your hometown. Look. All of these, except for some of them, are in my hometown here in Lawrence County, Tennessee, or Giles County, Tennessee. They pretty much all come here. My favorite lady is like 20 minutes from me. Like I say, Berg Apothecary is my favorite. Because I'm new to Bend, I've never really used them much. I went by because they are here in my hometown now. They bought a big warehouse. They set up production. They moved from, obviously, Bend, Oregon to Lawrenceburg, Tennessee, where they started selling off things in Oregon and then moving everything to Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. So they live here now. They're invested. They bought up a lot of things, and they're here to stay, and they're great people. They're also kind of like the Amish. They have like 10 children. All of them are homeschooled. They all have like little home-based businesses that they kind of do. And I thought that they were perfect. Absolutely perfect for this comparison. And so many people have said they just love their soaps. Now also they have one of their children. I'm going to put bensoap.com down here, you know what I mean, so that you can go on and read their story. But they did have a child that had eczema, really, really bad. And they started making soap to try to find a way to clear that up. And it did. And other people started using it. And, that's some of it. Now, Tara's got rosacea, so we're going to try some of that on hers and see. Now, of course...
Alana has eczema.
Eczema, too. So we have some similarities. So I picked these guys to really try out. Now, I'm not going to go out and just say they're just awesome. Blah, blah, blah. I haven't tried it. This is going to be the first time. You know what I mean? We'll stick... Actually, no. It's actually not bad. You want to try? Mm-hmm. I didn't think so. But
I've never had my mouth washed out with soap, so I'm not starting now.
That's true. But, this is stuff... And when I was there at their factory, they took me around. They because all I did is say, could you... Just don't mind, but if you would, could you give me some soaps that I could do this comparison? I thought they were just going to come out there with a little bag and say, just go on with this. But no, they give me a big tour, all that sort of thing. I got to meet Marilee and Dwight, and they took me and showed me everything. And they had some really good, pure, just food grade. That's why I stuck it in my mouth. It's like they had food grade quality ingredients and such, and it was. They really do it right here. You know what I mean? Like I say, that when I go to Berg, when I see her place, it's phenomenal too. She really takes through, and so I recognized when I went here after I was educated by seeing my friend here. So I knew a thing or two about soap once I came to this place. You know what I mean? So I think in addition to some of the smells I can't get with her, at least not now. Like I say, she can design scents. She made one for Tara. And it's great, isn't it?
It is.
It's a great scent.
Yeah, Bend Soap Company ingredients, fresh goat milk, saponified coconut, which is the kind that you can eat, olive oil, palm oil, and essential oil. That's it.
That is all.
No GMOs, no soy, no corn, no canola oils, no alcohols, no parabens, and no phthalates. So if you are someone who has a lot of allergies, has eczema, has skin conditions, they would be good. I've never tried their soap.
Yeah.
This will be the first time.
Let's try. It don't taste bad. I'll say that.
It's food grade. It shouldn't.
Oh, it was great. They have little manual pumps and such like that. And they have one that's just gravity. So there's not a lot of electronics it's not automated. It's kind of hand done, like a lot of things. And, here, feel that. Now, these are sample bars. If you're wondering why I ain't paying a lot of money for a little bitty bar. No, this is done in a gift set, all right? I wanted a sample of a lot of their stuff, and that's what they had to give me. I should have asked for shampoo pucks and a bunch of other things, but I didn't. And that's fine. They don't have to give me everything. If you guys comment and share this enough, maybe they'll do something. But
eucalyptus spearmint.
yeah,
And it smells really good.
it smells the same on my hands
As it
did.
does. Like, there's no differential.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
That's really good. 'cause
It's a
some of them
really good
change.
soap. Like, you can really feel those oils.
Yeah, it don't take very long to really get yourself a little white hand here. That's good. Now that's a really good thick lather too. It's a thick lather. Like it has some stick to it. It's like you have whipped cream or something on you.
It's like body butter.
Yeah, body butter.
It's nice.
Yeah, it does. It smells just like when you smell the bar. Because some of these, what we would notice,
It smelled different.
it did smell different.
Or had no smell at all.
Or yeah, it actually went down in smell. The Amish soaps were kind of like it. You open the bar, and it was like, oh, instantly, it just got you in the nose. And look at the water too. It seems like it's a lot finer. Yours has more like particulate to it.
Yeah.
Let me see that towel.
I don't know if you call it a towel.
I'll have to start using your shirt tail or my shirt tail.
And look at this.
Yeah. Oh wow, you could
I
secondarily.
can
Rehydrate it. Yeah, it's really clean. Like it's got.
Yeah.
It don't have as many of those like swirlies. Like
No, it doesn't. Iridescence.
yeah, iridescence and such too.
Yeah. And it shouldn't because of what it's made out of.
This All Shield is one that they really did speak highly of.
It smells like thieves. If you've ever smelled thieves oil,
It does, don't
it
it?
smells just like thieves oil. Not thieves that steal from you.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know what that would smell like, but
Now, when we did meet Marilee Johnson at the Rustic Hinge, just so happens, you can go in there and ask Rebecca Blade. She can tell you all about it. I came in there to get that Ponderosa trading company. Wow, look at that! I just barely.
yeah.
Look at that. That is incredible. Look at that. It just don't take no time. It just lathers so well. And I said, hey, I'm going to do a soap comparison. And anyway, the owner, Rebecca Blade, she said, oh my goodness, she's here. She's right over there. I said, oh my goodness, really? Introduce her to me. So she's like, hello, this is Mike from the Amish of Etheridge and Amish and Mennonite channel. You know, he's a fan of your soap and kind of went through. Look at that. Did you dip that in white paint?
I didn't. It's all soap from Bend Soap Company.
Yeah, look at that. That's pretty awesome. You could. I will say, I like. Now, if you want to, they do make an unscented. It's probably a good thing because if you don't want scent,
Saving it for last.
yeah, you probably should. You should probably look at other varieties or something like. Because these definitely got some scent power to them.
I like it.
It is neat, isn't
But I
it?
want a strong scent.
Yeah, that's true. I'm glad I waited to do these last two because you could tell the Berg Apothecary and the
Different
Bend,
quality. Like a higher echelon.
Yeah. I'm not saying one is better than the other one. I'm just saying that these are two.
And I like the fragrance
Really
more of Bend Soap Company because I like it to be just like lavender and maybe one other thing.
Yeah.
Or tea tree or sweet orange.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like it to be like a lot of scents mixed together.
Okay. That's fair.
And so that's what the Bend Soap Company seems to do that well.
That is true. Both, but you couldn't go wrong with either one of them.
No, but I did like the fruit tea one.
Yeah. That's true. I just think my cool water or blue water one is super neat. You want this? You too. Sorry, I thought you were showing the camera.
No.
Look at I don't know what she's doing.
I'm dripping everywhere. It's in the floor.
Okay.
Your studio is kind of neat.
It's going to need
clean up on Aisle Studio.
But it's going to be smelling great.
It'll be so fragrant.
You want to try some of these with the particulates in there? Like there's an oatmeal honey and then there's a lavender blossom.
Let's do tea tree.
Tea tree. Tea tree is a very common...
It's a common thing. It's an antiseptic. And if you've ever had higher-end shampoos, Paul Mitchell had a tea tree shampoo in the 90s that a lot of people used for dandruff, psoriasis of the scalp.
Wow. I didn't know you knew that. It's amazing.
My dad and my grandfather were barbers.
Yeah, that's true. You would know. Paul Mitchell's good shampoo.
It was my dad's favorite. And so that's what we always used.
That's why you'd get for Christmas or something.
I would get Paul Mitchell and Nexus for Christmas, yes.
Yeah. You'd come in and weigh a fortune, shipped from Florida.
Awapui and tea tree.
That's right. Awapui. Man, that took me back 27 years. Oh, man.
Not a lot of smell, too.
Not compared to some of the other ones, but it's still...
But you can smell the tea tree.
Yeah, and it's a sweeter smelling tea tree. Some of
Yeah.
them are kind of dark, but this one is a nice and light one. Good job, Ben Soap. That's a really good...
And look at this.
Oh, look at you. I was trying to clean mine off.
You're not going to.
I'm not, am I?
Do I need to go rinse and then we go to the next ones?
I might need to, because the other ones have like
Yeah.
there's like stuff in the bar. Like it's got some stuff in it. Yeah, oatmeal honey and lavender blossom have things that are inside the bar. And Ben Soap I think it does a really good job online as far as their advertising. They do a really good job on their advertisements. A lot of personal testimonies too that I don't believe are fake. I think they're legitimate. They just people with just a camera, you know, that's terrible audio, all that sort of thing, just talking about, oh man, I dropped it. Sorry. Let me make sure that thing's still recording. And it is. So happy. I had to reformat all that yesterday.
Why?
When I was doing that thing for Zero Shoes.
You quit recording?
It stopped, yeah. Like 30 seconds in. So I took it and reformatted it. All that stuff. Okay. Oh.
What?
That's just... There we go. Alrighty. I'll try not to drop them again. It's just my hands are like I've soaked them in olive oil. We're going to try oatmeal and honey.
All right.
Usually don't like to eat oatmeal.
I love oatmeal.
We'll see. It does taste like oatmeal. I promise. You try this. You try it. Just stick a bar of soap in your mouth. And then try to talk. You could do that with Ben Soap.
We do not suggest you do that with the others.
Yeah. It tastes like wax got on it because when I went to bend it, I like turned a little piece out. So this is oatmeal and what did I say it was? Right here. Oatmeal and honey. And it does have like a particulate grit in there.
Yeah, I can see that. It's the oatmeal. It's oatmeal.
It's oatmeal. Sure you don't want to try?
Try what?
Taste of it.
No.
You could taste chemicals. You taste these and it tastes like, well, you taste like soap. I mean, I don't mean leave it in there.
Don't eat it.
Yeah. But it is safe, and I'm willing to put it in my mouth. Now, of course, the first time I put that Irish Spring in my mouth,
And how did that taste?
I instantly regretted it.
I bet you did.
Yeah, this is also really good.
This is really good. I didn't
It
even
does smell more like oatmeal. Or something. If you're a granola person,
Yeah.
you'll like it.
It smells more like oatmeal, but you can get a tinge of honey.
It's definitely more subdued in comparison to like their tea tree and
Especially
all
to
shield.
their all shield and their eucalyptus spearmint. I think is what it was called. Yes.
Yeah, if you're just now catching up to this point and you're wondering what we're doing,
You went to sleep and woke up.
if you fell asleep and an hour and a half of video came up later, then obviously you're at this point. I've made some Freudian slips and some just probably asinine statements by now because I'm not used to washing my hands
This much.
Yeah.
He does wash his hands, I promise.
Yeah, I do in general. That is true, and I'm pro cleanliness. So I'm just not. Let's wash our hands with 2 or 3 dozen bars of soap in a row.
Yeah.
When I didn't, I don't even know how many bars. Here you go. You need that.
Sweet orange.
Sweet orange.
Because I want to end with lavender before we do unscented.
Gotcha.
There's a reason for that.
Okay, that's fine. Sweet orange. I guess for Tennessee fans, they'd probably like this.
Or not.
Maybe not. Yeah, I don't get orange right off the bat.
Tastes like oranges?
A little. Like I said, the Berg Apothecary and the Bend is the only 2 that I feel safe enough with to bite, okay? I didn't bite those, though. I did. Probably because I have before. Let's try that. It don't take,
it smells like sweet orange. It's essential.
I guess.
It's the essential oil sweet orange.
Gotcha.
That's what you're smelling. It doesn't smell like an orange, like a navel orange.
Yeah.
I like it.
But I'm kind of keeping a Rolodex in my head. I mean, if you're wondering why we haven't listed off our criteria, we are going to save that towards the end. What you looking for?
I think we've done 30 soaps so far. And we have 2 more to go, I believe. That's what I counted.
Yeah, so 32 soaps.
I think it'll be 32 soaps.
Yeah, that's insane.
Just a slight sweet orange fragrance.
On a very well saturated towel. It's still got some life in it, though. I mean, it's just you have to go kind of at the ends. The middle is basically a damp paper towel.
Yes. Okay. Lavender blossom.
Lavender blossom. Oh, you want to do that one, then the unscented, right?
Yes,
Okay.
unscented is last.
Okay. See, guys, I do listen. I listen to my wife. It might be the 3rd time she says it, but I listen right then.
Sometimes.
I'm pretty good about listening.
Yeah, you're pretty good about listening.
And giving you the attention and that you desire. And I don't watch television.
I do.
She loves television.
Oh, I like that. Lavender is one of my favorite scents.
Me too.
Why I wanted to end on it. And now our child loves it.
She does. She always goes, like she's going to eat it.
And then she goes,
Yeah.
like it made her instantly fall asleep.
Yeah, she acts like she's going to fall asleep.
It's not on the paper towel because I don't.
That's all right. We'll just put that on top of the other soap. Ooh, I mean,
They all
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
have a consistent lather.
Yeah, it seemed like the only thing that was different at the end is they put the scent and then whatever particulate in, and then they got these things that are like a motor, and it blends it all up. And it's all hand done. It's all handmade, and it's to a almost like a cooking recipe. And there was two guys doing it, and they both seem like they've been doing it a long time. Now, one of the things I really appreciated about them is there was some sections in our day with when I was out with Dwight Johnson, the I guess you could say the dad of the family, and he had to take some phone calls with his dad, and his sons also would call in, and they were handling other. Like, he buys a lot of real estate and stuff like that. He fixes them up. He said, I love that. And one of his sons was, and I said, I will not get between a father and son. So I said, you go ahead. And just about everybody that worked there came from Oregon. So they moved with the company. They let them have their job. They didn't just say, well, I can go hire a bunch of Southern guys for way cheaper than I can. You can. Didn't do that. He said, if you're with this company, you're coming with us if you want. And they put a lot of those employees up in a bed and breakfast, not just a standard hotel room. They really spent a lot of money making sure that they felt at home. And, that's a really good person. So I think the Johnson family at Ben Soap, talking to their employees without anybody hearing. I don't know. Maybe they get mad at me for saying this stuff,
Probably.
but I'm sorry. I got to tell the truth here. Their employees came down with them and loved working at the Ben Soap Company. They had a really good time. They knew what they were doing. They were okay with it to some degree, I guess. Maybe the longer I talked to them, the more they knew me. I was a stranger. But they seemed like a really happy work environment. They were all laughing and joking and talking to each other and all that sort of thing. So I think it looked like a really good place to work. I'm not saying go out and work there. I'm just saying that what I observed from the Ben Company tour that I took. So here's the last soap. It is called Unscented. And, man, it smells like nothing.
Yeah, it
Tastes like nothing, too.
it has no no smell at all.
My water is not all that. Look at my water compared to your water. Do I just not wash my hands good? Are you going to have to teach me proper etiquette and washing your hands?
You know how to wash your hands.
Yeah, get it going like this.
Get it going like that.
Yeah. Yeah, when I talked to Marilee Johnson there at the Rustic Hinge, she said this is what they kind of do. They just pour water over it and then lather up and just see.
Yeah.
So I thought, well, that's a good way. Because I don't know how to test it. I mean, how do you test the speed of a rabbit? You can get a mile per hour gauge and let it run in a straight line as fast as it can. Or a car, distance equals speed over time. And I think that's how you test soap.
Yeah. You just lather.
Look at you.
And
Are you the
then-
lather queen?
Then you just roll
get
your
you a-
hands and you do around
Look at you.
like that.
Yeah.
Like that. Then you do each of your fingers.
Yeah, I've been doing my fingers.
And then you do your bridge. Mm-hmm. Ta-da!
Yeah, all of them are the same quality, just different scents.
That's all it is, but it is one of the best soaps, if not the best soap I've ever used. Mm-hmm. And I'm really glad we used it last because my hands are raw.
Yes. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I think that's good. Actually, you know what? I'm tempted to get an affiliate with them. I think that would be pretty good. Now, of course, you guys know how affiliates work. I mean, you don't get paid to do nothing. You get enough a commission for everything you sell. And that might be worth getting a affiliate with. So when you do see this on YouTube, there might be a code in the bottom, all right? Because I think I'm going to apply for one. Because that's got the little iridescence in the water and everything. The iridescence, basically water and oil don't mix, so if you see a bubble with a little bit of a shine to it, that means there's an oil there that's still
Do you need some
there.
clean water?
I need something. I think I'm good though. There we go.
I just got you some clean water in case you needed it for your hands.
Gotcha. Yeah, I probably will take just a rinse. We'll see if there's anything, people they're going to be like, well, when you washed your hand at the end, there was a bunch of bubbles. I mean, there was a lot of residue. You're just coming from residue to residue. Therefore, your test is not to be trusted and
I
all
will
that
do
stuff.
the same because I actually rinsed my hands under the water.
Okay.
And if you notice, there is
Yeah, mine come.
nothing left.
Same here.
Everything is off of our hands.
Oop. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Uh-huh. Alrighty. Let's see. Now we gotta wait for the ending to make sure we're still recording.
Yep.
Red light, we're still recording. Good. Okay. Oh, we had to clean up a little bit. Now we're gonna put on some
So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32.
32 soaps.
So I was right when I said 32 soaps. This is goat milk lotion, jasmine fragrance. It is Amish.
Mm-hmm. Amish made.
It's very thin.
I noticed that. The shampoo was kind of thin too. Well, I just got it all
Ooh,
over
it
me.
smells a lot like jasmine.
It is a strong jasmine-y flavor.
Okay, it is not a great lotion. I'm just gonna tell you. I'm a lotion person. I usually use Palmer's cocoa butter lotion because that's just what I like. This is not doing it.
No.
It's too much fragrance. It's not enough moisture. It's too thin.
Yeah.
It's just not there for me. But if you just want something that can make your skin feel a little more moisturized, it's perfect.
If you want to smell like Amish.
If you want to smell like jasmine for this particular one.
It's usually a phrase some people say. It's kind of a bad thing to say, but it doesn't smell very good.
It smells like jasmine.
Yeah.
It's very potent.
Yeah, and it's not
It's
great.
got a high... I mean, it's slick. Like, you can feel that it is trying to moisturize. But it's more water. Because I dried my hands really good with a paper towel in there.
Okay, I just basically moved water around on mine.
No.
Okay, so you did a proper job.
I did a proper job, and look, it's just mostly...
Yeah.
It's just mostly water, if you look at my hands.
Mm-hmm.
So
let's start a little bit of a talk about what we've tried.
Okay.
I was probably most disappointed by the Amish soap here, but I do have to admit it's years old.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give it a pass when it comes to that.
And to compare it to a very old conventional soap, the products break down faster in Amish Mennonite.
Yeah, as far as stabilizers
And stuff would break down compared to this Fairfield one that
Yeah.
is 20 years old or whatever it is.
It is. It's been there a while. I will say that all of them, especially the I guess more quality concentrated soaps. They all did really good.
Yeah, they did.
Some of the more conventional soaps did feel different. I mean, you felt it. Like, as soon as you start lathering, you smelt it. Obviously, when I stuck it in my mouth, I tasted it.
Yep.
Different. And it was not pleasant to do that with the Irish Spring. I will say that one. So, if you're going to get a good soap, and you're going to get you want that, right? You are going to have to pay a little bit more, okay? Mm-hmm. Like I said, the ones that are really worth the money are going to cost a little bit more, and they're going to be harder. They're going to cure more. They're going to be about a 6 to 8 week curing process that'll make it harder. So you're going to have to kind of get in there and lather a little bit before it really takes off, but it's going to last a lot longer than some of these other bars that are cheaper. But especially if you just sort of leave them in a little tray or something in the bathroom, that's going to go to nothing fast. Mm-hmm. So they're going to almost dissolve in front of you, where any of these conventional, I guess, mass-generated bars aren't going to last maybe a week or so, where these are going to be there closer to a month, I'd say. So you kind of get the longevity with some of these better bars. So I imagine price per bar, you might actually come out cheaper by getting a good bar. So as far as ability to clean, they all were
relatively the same. I mean, because they all produce some kind of sud that cleaned our hands.
Mm-hmm. As far as suds amount, it did change depending on.
It was radically different depending upon, like that first one over there.
Yeah.
Didn't do hardly, and you can see it on the camera. The ones that still have
suds on
them versus the ones that
sort of dried up
really quickly.
Yeah. So when it comes to smell of soap bar, there was a lot of variation.
Super high amounts of variation.
Like when you sniffed it and then you washed your hands with it, it smelled different. So, except for the bin soap.
The bin soap is one that was very consistent across the board.
Of course, the Berg soap, too. Like
well, it smelt stronger as a bar than on your hands, whereas the bin soap was the same. Like, it didn't lose, to me, potency.
Yeah, that's true, too. And some of these are more mixed. Like I say, the fruit tea is more mixed. And it's also very beautiful. It's also done like that for a reason. And some of the Mennonite bars were mixed. And depending on, I guess, if you met that layer, that might actually open up more.
Yeah.
So depending on what bar you're going to get might change the scent profile. Also your nose. Like we're in a studio that's surrounded by lights and it's audio treated walls with foams and stuff and dampening and stuff. So it's got a musky kind of smell that you can kind of sniff around, and it smells like a studio. So some of these smells might be different if you're in a bathroom or something. So let's see here. Texture.
The ones that were made with oils had a different texture than the ones that were made with chemical versions of those oils. For instance, the Irish Spring or the Lever 2000 felt different than Bend or Berg, but those felt different than Amish and Mennonite.
They did.
It also depends on if it has a grit factor or not.
Yeah. The exfoliating soap had that kind of texture to it. Now, as far as look, color, that's
as you can see, any shape, size, color, concoction.
Yes, and anything you can think of is
We've
represented
got
here.
Brown, blue, white, pink, yellow, orange, green, blue.
Yeah, there's quite a bit of variation in these. As far as the ones that you're going to find at your store or online, if you go to some of these places.
And some of these, like this honey oatmeal one from the Mennonite, they had different color of this particular type of soap. They're not all this cotton candy color. Some of them were black or brown.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just what they have at that time.
How long it takes to suds? That was pretty good.
Most of them were for quick. We're quick to suds. I mean, a lot of they're like the Bend was very fast. Berg was very fast. Some of the Mennonite ones, it took a little longer to suds, but the Amish ones were real quick too.
Yeah, that is true. So smell after use.
That was after you would use it.
Yeah.
And hit and miss.
Yeah, that one's going to be kind of hard, and it's going to depend on your skin.
That's your skin.
And
right now, I smell like the lotion that I put on afterwards.
I was going to say
that's also going to be something that happens if you put something on after you wash your hands. You're going to smell like that.
Yeah, the Amish lotion's the only one we really got, so
Yeah.
It wasn't really like I can do one hand and the other hand. It was
yeah.
We used it because it was there. So anyway, let's see here. Does it dry out our skin? We won't know that.
We don't know that because
32 bars.
32 bars.
Taste. I did that one. I have no trouble sticking the Berg or the Bend in my mouth.
The others, no.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
No.
For one, let's face it. You're just because you see it in a movie doesn't mean you have to do it. That's what we tell kids, right? So if you see it in a movie and you say, you said the word, I'm gonna stick a bar of soap in your mouth, and you're doing what you would normally say to a kid to don't do. So we believe in not sticking a bar of soap in a kid's mouth that says cuss words, because you wouldn't say. If a kid decided to leap through the air like Superman and broke its leg because you jumped off the top of a patio or something, you would say you don't have to do everything you see in television. Well, that also goes for you, parent. So,
also, you wouldn't do that to an adult when you heard them say certain words. You wouldn't go run up to them and cram a bar of soap in their mouth.
Yeah, you might get punched in your face if you do that. If he's mad enough to start 4-letter wording, but. So I was doing it for funny, okay? So, but I do admit that whenever you taste these, it's fine. You stick that thing in your mouth, and oh my goodness, the taste of chemicals comes rushing right in. And if you lick it, oh my, yeah, you'll want to get a few Cokes, or you want to, it's bad. Size of bar.
It varies.
Yes, and of course we talked about the Buchanan. After it gets down to about 4 ounces, it goes away. It just like it disappears. So.
And of course, we had the 1.5 ounce bar right here from the Mela Luca company, all the way up to that 10 ounce bar from Buchanan, and everything in between. We had also different shapes: oval, rectangle. Of course, the sampler pack was square, and then rough cut.
Yes. And, of course, the last one's availability. Now, of all these, you can get some of them online. Some of these Amish and Mennonite ones, you will never be able to get it online. They're not interested. Amish don't even have electricity.
Our Amish don't have electricity. You would have to go to their house or write them a letter and send them something to send it back to you with.
So that's going to be how you'd have to do that.
Others are available at Mennonite stores.
Absolutely.
And we've been to almost all of them in the state of Tennessee. Depending upon the size, Flat Rock Cheese and More is small compared to the Troyer store.
Yeah.
So it just depends. In Bulls Gap. It just depends on what you have around you. Of course, Irish Spring, Dove, Lever 2000, commercially available. Any store you have. If you have a Dollar General near you, if you live in the South, they're everywhere. We have like 18 in our county.
Yeah, that's true.
Or a Walmart. You can get those convenience stores anywhere you go. Bend, Berg Apothecary, Bend Soap, they're online. Buchanan is online. Buchanan is readily available now in most stores. Target, Walmart, even Lowe's sometimes has it.
Yeah, Lowe's sometimes has it. I would say from the outset, okay, so this is the very end. This is what you wanted. When it come down to the soap right here, the Amish Farms soap, compared to the Amish soap or the Mennonite soaps here, I don't believe, this is quintessential what I'm going to say here. If you were to blindfold me and you handed me soap and walked me to a sink, I don't think I could tell a difference between these. I don't think this is a superior soap. When it compares this one to some of these other ones, I believe they were extremely similar. However, I don't think it's as good as the Berg Apothecary or the Bend soap. And even the old rag soap company, you would really have to test that to see that if it. And I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I don't think it's as good as even this old rag soap company. And
Or Ponderosa.
yeah, some of these other ones, I just don't. But I do feel they're better than the conventional soaps.
Yeah.
They're definitely that. I just don't think they're as good as some of these other ones. Me personally, after testing it, and I've spent some time with it. I've kind of shaved off some. I've been using it in the shower, so I feel like I got a pretty good grasp on it. But it is, in my opinion, not as good as, especially the Berg and the Bend soaps. All right. So I guess that answers our
Question.
question if it's as good as an Amish or Mennonite soap.
I have a question. What
Sure.
was your favorite
I think I'm
of the
still.
32?
I think I'm still going to stay with the Berg Apothecary.
Okay.
I just like them. They have a smell that I like, and I think they have. I just think it's a good soap. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And I would use any of those just any time. However, the Bend, I do believe it's the Bend and the Berg. Mm-hmm. That I really do think that would be a hard thing to choose between.
Yeah.
So who knows? But I definitely want a I want a affiliate code for these because I do believe, but because I know for a fact. All right, Berg is one lady. One lady makes these at the moment, and they're extremely high quality. I got some deodorant from her, and it wasn't to her liking.
To her specifications for a bar of soap.
And she come to my house and got them back. Okay, that's how high quality, and her standards are extremely high. She didn't get into this to make a lot of money. She got into this because it's a passion thing, and it was because of her husband. He couldn't get soaps that were good because of or he would have soaps that would crack his hands and he would have a horrible time. He worked in industry. And things would crack his hands. She said that he would spend more time in a soap aisle than she did. And she was just like, oh my goodness, how are we going to do this? So she's like, all right. And she has some health conditions of her own, and she's really, really big about what she puts in her body also. She has a lot of clean living. And she decided she was going to make her own soap. And that soap ended up not making his hands crack, and so she kind of went back to the drawing board and started perfecting, and then realizing what she did, and then perfect it, and thought, oh, I got this one stuff, and next thing you know, and she makes some tallows. She does her own reducing, and you're probably if you go on there and you get some stuff from her, it's going to be high quality. Okay, regardless of what she makes extremely high quality stuff. But it wouldn't take very long if somebody bought all of it out. She would have to start again and again. And Bend soap, you can order a truckload, and they can send it everywhere. There's no problem. Bend soap can definitely has more capacity. Mm-hmm. So I think I'm going to get an affiliate code so that you can at least order something. And maybe they did mention that they have like a Christmas coming up. Then they have some springtime stuff, and then they have some kind of like limited quantity that comes out that's kind of like a special. And that's easier for them to do. They got a whole crew and all that sort of thing. So I'm going to get one of those. So if it look down in the bottom, and when you see that, it might be in the future an affiliate link, okay? That means that it doesn't cost you any more than it would have anywhere else. It also allows me to make a coupon code because I would love to save you some money. All right, and if they have something coming up for the gift season, and you got a person that would love to have 7 soaps to try out in their own basin, then you can do that a lot easier. They make these especially for that. And I would like for you to have some really good soaps, because I can say, and I think we both admit, that the bin soap is steps above these other ones here. Mm-hmm. Like I say, the Berg and the Bend are they're really close. You know what I mean? And I'm going to stay with Berg Apothecary. And I'm going to probably use some Bend. I definitely want to try their shampoo pucks and do some of their other things, their lotions and stuff like that, because theirs would, I think, definitely be better than the Amish one, because that thing is...
Well, it
I just
did
didn't like it.
eventually soak in, and you can kind of feel it has this, but it's not what I like.
It's not great. You got anything you want to end?
My favorite one, because you didn't ask.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you did ask me.
The Ben Soap Company Eucalyptus Spearmint. It says it's refreshing, invigorating, and antibacterial. Mm-hmm. It tells you there different things. So remember we had that acne soap? Yeah. The tea tree soap is acne relief, and it's antibacterial.
Oh, okay. I didn't even check that out.
Pure and gentle for sensitive skin, unscented. Disinfecting and uplifting, sweet orange. Eczema relief and emollient for oatmeal and honey. Soothing and calming for lavender blossom. And antibacterial and disinfecting for the All Shield.
Yeah, they really talked up the All Shield.
That's basically thieves' oil in a soap.
Gotcha. It was a really good smelling one too.
My favorite is the Ben soap. I did not go on the tour. I did not meet the people.
Yeah, she does not.
I did not do any of that, but it is my favorite soap. Yeah. And the eucalyptus spearmint is my favorite one.
I gotcha. Well, there you go. That's what it is. So, I hope you enjoyed this hour and a half long
movie
video
that we made.
The movie of soap. Anyway, so it's like I said, 32 bars. And this is what we did. Hopefully, like I say, it wasn't scientific, but hopefully it give you an idea of what we should, or what this soap companies could do for you. Anyway, what I'm going to ask you to do is not subscribe right off the bat. I want you to click on our name, if you don't mind. It's just right down here. It says Amish and Mennonite of Tennessee. Click on that name, and it'll take you to our channel. What that channel will show is another little button right down here. It says videos. And hopefully, if you click on that video tab, you'll find a whole little section of videos just like this one, where you can see what all that we do and see if you would like to be a part of the team here, you know what I mean, by watching and learning different things about the Amish and Mennonite and adjacent groups, And anyway, hopefully that will make you want to become a subscriber. If you've seen me several times, obviously we're friends, go ahead and subscribe. And if you love us, only then should you ring that bell. But we want to give you guys at least the top echelon of what we can sort of brain space out into internet land and talk about the wonderful Amish and Mennonite communities and different adjacent groups and stuff like that. So anyway, hopefully we'll see you in one of those other videos. Would you say? Probably. Anyway, see you next time.